prophets and rulers, judging the earth. But now we stuck at the bottom of the totem pole. Where did we go wrong as a people? I think our people need to understand this with a wake-up call and give them understanding on what's going on. So bring it.
Early morning, rise up, open your eyes up, looking in the mirror, it gets no clearer. Cause we don't understand our own selves, drowning in sorrow with empty Hennessy bottles upon the shelf. Cause everybody wanna be a king, selling out their soul for this mean green cream thing. Paper chasing but not facing the facts that as a nation we all done got lax and letting the devil control us. And thinking like them damn Africans, they sold us. We in captivity because they hold us. Working hard with heavy burdens on our shoulders. Man, I thought we was some soldiers, but every second that I look, we getting creamed like Folgers. You see the Lord.
Okay, shalom, brothers and sisters.
Shalom.
Welcome to another ISBHPK Productions. We're live here in H-Town. The dirty H, okay, and we'll let everybody start to get on. Everybody can share the links. Everybody can get those links out, and we can get class started here. Shalom to y'all in Baton Rouge. I see you on there. We're gonna open up. We're going to open up with questions like we do every class. It wasn't for you to take. Go ahead. It's all good. We're going to go ahead and start out with questions. Just an update, just a reminder, brothers and sisters, Purim is going to happen on March 9th and 10th. That's the first High Holy Day coming up. All right. Second High Holy Day is, after that, Passover. One of our biggest events we have throughout the year for the Israelites, for the Hebrew Israelites. So I've been getting a lot of new brothers and sisters hitting me up about the High Holy Days and questions about that. Let me just say, y'all have to... as you're coming in, you're preparing yourself, and you're celebrating these high holy days. You got to celebrate them just like you did the false holidays. So that's how we do it. Just as much as energy you put into those false holidays and kill yourself over Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween, you have to do the same thing and much more for the Most High's holidays. All right? All right, our school address... And we do this because there might be new people on. So they might just get that one class and they want to know where we're at. So we're at 8524 South Braeswood in Houston, Texas, 77071. All right? And we have classes in San Antonio, 4219. Centergate Street, San Antonio, Texas, 78217. All right, we have classes in Albuquerque, New Mexico. If you want to join us in Albuquerque, New Mexico at 501 Copper Avenue, Northwest Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87102. Our classes here, Monday, Wednesday from 7 to 10, Fridays from 6 to 9, and Shabbat morning class is from 10 to 2. All right? So we also ask you to join the sisters. Join the sisters for class, okay, with the kids on ISBHPK Kids. You can go on there. The sisters really have some good classes and dealing with the kids and condescending to their level. And it's only an hour. So that's from 11 a.m. to noon. All right? All right, check out our webpage. It's in the making, but it is ISBHPK.com. ISBHPK.com. Oh, also, if you want to email us, you can email us at isbhpk@gmail or hiddentruth12@gmail. All right, and check out our. If you subscribe to our channel, you get all the classes on there. So there's a lot of classes on there, brothers and sisters. A lot of question answering, a lot of topics we've done hit. So once again, we do this just to open it up and let everybody get online and start with their questions. So, but we are on there, right? Okay, because for some reason. So we'll start out right now with the. I was trying to log in and see what questions we got here. Okay, there you go. All right. What did I forget? Oh, if you want to donate, you can donate to the Wells Fargo on there, and the information to be on there. Also, we have our own business. If you don't want to donate, if you want to buy something and donate that way, we do oils, Egyptian bottles, aromatherapeutic oils, all natural soaps. I mean, we haven't said it before. I might as well. Maybe some people don't want to give. Maybe they want to buy something. So you can support that way. Whatever way you support, we appreciate it.
Subscription service on Facebook.
Huh?
Subscription service on Facebook.
Oh yeah, and yeah, you can even subscribe for what we sell, American Eastern Oil. So our phone number is 321-960-8411. All right, you can get a hold of me there. Also, outside of class, which we get a lot of, if you want to counsel, scriptures, things of that nature. I don't go back and forth with a lot of people, so I know some people hit me up trying to debate. I don't debate, so I'm not wasting my time with that. If you legitimately want help, want counsel, I'm there for you. We're here for you. All right? Arguing and disputing and all that madness is nah. All right. What's the first question?
Are fantasy sports and occasionally playing the lottery a sin?
It's of the devil. No, I'm just joking. Fantasy sports, that's of the devil, Bobby Boucher. Nah, man. You're fine. Listen, if it's occupying more of your time than studying and doing the work of the Most High, then you have a problem. Go to Proverbs. And when you look at the Bible, the Bible is based off of this. Everything we do in the Bible is based off of this concept that we're finna read out of the scriptures. So, but nah, there's nothing wrong with a little downtime. Okay, so I'm gonna hit you with a few scriptures. That way, it can hopefully, I'm gonna use the word, balance you out. That way, you can know what to give yourself to. You got it?
Proverbs 11:1.
Go there. Proverbs 11:1.
Give me the other one that says, with me who come much study.
Go to Proverbs 11:1.
Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 1.
Right.
A false balance is abomination to the Lord.
There it is. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord. So when you look at through the scriptures, you weren't supposed to go too much to the right. You weren't supposed to go too much to the left. You were supposed to stay on the path. So if you're leaning 70% procrastination, idle, BSing, no studying, texting, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, seven series, you know what I mean? You got a problem. It's supposed to be, it's 80%. If y'all haven't noticed, we're 80% busy as hell. And the other 10% is family. The other 10% of that is busy as hell in the spirit, and then the other 1% is idle, leisure. Get your occasional series in there, but we try to stay busy, man. What are you doing for the nation? What are you doing for the nation? That's what you always need to ask yourself. What do we have this word for? Christ made it plain and clear. If you bury your talent, he's going to come back and ask you, what did you do? So, what are you doing? Go ahead. Read it one more time.
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
A false balance is an abomination to the Lord.
So, how much are you giving yourself to these things? See? How much are you giving yourself to the work of the Most High? What? Yeah, well, yeah. So you got to watch how much and where you lean to. You lean too much to the right or you lean too much to the left is not good. You got to stay on the path. Go to, no, not yet. Micah. Go to Micah 2 and 10.
Micah chapter 2 and verse 10.
Micah 2 and 10. Read that.
Arise ye, and depart, for this is not your rest.
For this is what?
This is not your rest.
Yeah, this is not our rest. It's not our rest. As you see, a lot of people have a lot of spiritual issues. Why? Because what you're occupying your time with. So if you're having emotional issues, lashing out issues, double-minded issues, unstable issues, you should probably be occupying more of your time with studying and learning the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High. That's what you should be doing. But it's nothing wrong. No, it is not wrong for you to watch the occasional game. There's nothing wrong for you to watch the occasional series. There's nothing wrong with that. It gets wrong when you start occupying and doing that more than doing the work of the Most High. What you got? Go ahead, read on.
Because it polluteth, it shall destroy you.
No, read that again.
Arise ye, and depart,
Mm-hmm.
for this is not your rest.
But this is not your rest. Go ahead.
Because it polluteth.
Because it is polluted?
Con.
Okay, I know it by heart. I'm trying to figure out if I'm tripping. Go ahead, read it again.
Because it is polluted.
Uh-huh.
It shall destroy you.
Yeah, it's polluted. It will destroy you. So you start occupying yourself 80% of all this madness in this world, 20% the Most High. That's why you see brothers and sisters, their mind veering. And next you know, they're like, the Most High is not important. The work is not important. It's usually where all these sicknesses come from. Illnesses, mentally. Go ahead.
It shall destroy you.
Uh-huh.
Even with a sore destruction.
Yeah, it's going to destroy you with a sore destruction. All right, what scripture I wanted?
Ecclesiastes chapter 38, verse 24.
Ecclesiastes 38, verse 24.
Ecclesiastes chapter 38 and verse 24.
Yeah, so the question they're asking is, you got to make sure you put that. You got the question up there? Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, the question's up there on the screen. All right, read that. Ecclesiastes 38, 24. These sisters be on it, man. Go ahead.
The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure.
Right, so the wisdom, this is Ecclesiastes 38, verse 24. The wisdom of a what?
Learned man
Uh-huh.
cometh by opportunity of leisure.
Right, so you want wisdom, that means when you get leisure time, you can't occupy yourself with stupidity. You have to study. 2 Timothy 2 verse 15, study to show thyself approved. So, once again, it's not wrong, but what are you doing with your time? Are we submerged in the American ideology, the American idolatry? Are we food? Are we persuaded by their madness? Because if you let that persuade you, trust me, you'll walk outside, you'll look around, you hear the birds tweeting, you hear songs in the air, you hear little fairies, and you'll say, what? Oh, it's not so bad. You guys are just doomsday prophets.
Right.
That's what they called us in the 90s. Doomsday prophets. But you gotta remember, the scriptures say, walk as wise, not as fools. Discerning the times, knowing that the days are evil. So once again, no, it's not wrong. But you have to be the judge to be able to determine and say, you know what? I'm the one that got so many mental issues, problems, mental problems. I need to be in the book to get strong, to get mentally strong. Go ahead, finish that up.
And he that hath little business shall become wise.
Yeah. But unfortunately, the leisure time we get, it has to be putting in the spirit of the Most High, because we're doing so much work for the Most High.
Correct.
So you got to make sure you're in this book. Y'all get that, right?
Correct.
Go to Ecclesiastes 7 verse 25.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 25.
Uh-huh.
I applied my heart to know
Uh-huh.
and to search
Right?
and to seek out wisdom and the reason of things and to know the wickedness of folly.
Right. So when it comes to Solomon, how he got wise is by finding things out, search, studying. It takes so that means that it takes less of that leisure time. Why do you think these men were so wise back in the days? Because they didn't have the American Babylonish media or TV to distract them. Take time out, read a book. Keep your mind in the spirit, man. Because trust me, the time is coming where you're going to wish you were. While everybody else is playing games, the strong in the last days, you're going to see they were the ones studying. What was the whole reason with the 5 wise and 5 foolish virgins? Who remembers that parable? What?
That the five virgins were actually prepared.
Right. Five of them were prepared.
Right. With lamp oil.
They were prepared with their oil. They were prepared with the thing that kept their light burning.
Right. That's right.
Do you have what it takes to keep the spirit burning within you? That's what you have to see. Like I keep saying, I've been saying it for the last few days. Look around now. Look at line. You know, we've been getting 20 to 25 people. Yeah, that's an Israelite fad, man. Go online. Go look at Israelites that are turning and following the laws. That's a fad. Look at how many of them will be here in 10 years. You don't want to be a statistic. So occupy your mind with things that's going to strengthen you and lead you closer to the Most High and get you to last to the next day. But it's not wrong. It's not wrong to sit down and watch a movie. Go take time out with your family. Nothing's wrong with that. Go ahead.
From the top?
No, read down. Oh, that's it on that. Yeah, did you have something?
No.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Just stay in the book, man. What else we got? What other questions we got here?
Is it possible for people to dream something and it come true in real life?
Yeah, it's possible. You know, there's we touched on this before too, man. A lot of people want to know things like that, but the scriptures tell you, you know, there are dreams and there are visions. So the thing is that a lot of us don't know the difference between dreams and visions. You know, we're not really familiar with it. So most of the time you have to just let them play out. You have to let it play out. That way you'll become a soothsayer or a diviner. You just let it play out. That way you ain't going around to brothers and sisters, I had a dream about you. What happened?
You fall in the hole tomorrow.
Yeah, you fall in the hole tomorrow, right? We were talking about that, you know, brothers being careful, like, you know, but when you understand each other, you know the brothers amongst you, they ain't trying to come with that. They're just trying to relay a message. But you got to be careful with that. What you was going to say, huh?
Nah, he was saying as well, he was just saying, he said, I asked because it's reoccurring thing in my life. I just want to know to make sure it's not coming from Satan.
Well, first thing you got to know, go to, 1 John 4? Go to 1 John 4, verse 1. Right? Yeah, go to 1 John 4, verse 1. This is the first thing you got to do. Go ahead.
1 John chapter 4, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Beloved, believe not every spirit.
You got to what?
Believe not every spirit.
Right.
But try the spirit, whether they are of God.
Right. So you got to try these spirits, whether they're of the Most High. So you got to be careful. And how do you try them? What?
Measure them against the scriptures.
You got to measure them against the word. You got to measure them against the word of the Most High. Because a lot of these spirits, a lot of these dreams, like the scriptures say, come through a multitude of business. Let's get that one first. Let's get that one first real quick. Go to the, that's Ecclesiastes, right? Or Ecclesiastes. No, it's
Ecclesiastes chapter 34.
Ecclesiastes 34 in the Apocrypha.
Oh, it's actually Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 3.
Yeah, I thought it was. Ecclesiastes. While we get, read 1 John real quick, one more time, man.
First John chapter 4, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
5 and 3.
Beloved,
Yes, sir.
believe not every spirit,
Right.
but try the spirit whether they are of God.
Uh-huh.
Because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
And we know the biggest false prophet is Satan. It says he himself has transformed into an angel of light, right?
Go ahead.
So, you got to understand that, man. So, jump to Ecclesiastes 5, verse 3.
Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 3.
Ecclesiastes 5 and 3. Tell me when y'all got it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
For a dream cometh through the multitude of business.
Yeah, so you gotta, this is why you gotta, we're gonna go to the next scripture about not putting your trust in dreams, because a lot of dreams just come through, you go through so much. I've been having crazy dreams, man. When I eat at night, I had crazy dreams. How many of y'all had that? You eat at night, you have a lot of dreams? So you can see how the body is it's a machine, man, that you don't really understand. You eat a lot and you can have dreams. So you can't take every dream serious. Dreams come through a multitude of business. You could be doing so much in the day. You can have so much in your subconscious. You can have so much things you're battling, right?
Gone.
And then you go to sleep, and then baby, I had a dream about you. What was it? You left me for this lady, and you was in the Bahamas. It's like, what the hell's on your mind? First of all, I'm broke.
Straight up.
She was the one that had the money.
Right? You know, that's how it comes. Go ahead.
And a fool's voice is known by a multitude of words.
Right, but a fool's voice is known by a multitude of words. Showing you talking too much, right? All right, go to the Apocrypha. You was gonna say something, Mary?
And I see it's a difference between a dream and a vision. A dream is just a dream, but a vision are true because I've had vision and they all came true. A dream is just a dream.
Right. All right, go to your Apocrypha.
I mean a vision.
Yeah. Go to your Apocrypha. But sometimes, see, the point is that sometimes it's hard to decipher between dreams. See, you would only have to wait for it. You would only have to wait for it to happen. So that's why Ecclesiastes was it 30, 34?
Okay, yes, sir.
Ecclesiastes 34 verse 1. Read that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 34 and verse 1.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 34 verse 1. Read that.
The hopes of a man void of understanding
Uh-huh.
are vain and false,
Go ahead.
and dreams lift up fools.
And what?
Dreams lift up fools.
So, you see that? You gotta watch what you're saying is a dream and a vision. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Whoso regardeth dreams is like him that catcheth at a shadow.
Right. Y'all see that? Whosoever regardeth dreams is like him that catch at a shadow. Could you catch a shadow? So what is the example saying to us?
You chasing after something that you can't obtain.
Yeah, you can't grab a shadow. You see it. And a shadow also is what? Come on. Got to get y'all involved a little more.
It's a figure of you cast from the light.
Right. A shadow is a resemblance of one thing to the next.
Right.
But not real.
Right.
So dreams can come through a multitude of business. It could be a symbolic meaning of something. Right? That's why he says, read it again.
The hopes of a man void of understanding are vain and false,
Mm-hmm.
and dreams lift up fools.
Dreams lift up fools. So why? Because you're trying to chase these dreams, and you're supposed to be guided. God, we're gonna get that one real quick.
This is a righteous man, a foot of God of the Most High.
Read on while we look for that one.
Verse 2.
Uh-huh.
Whoso regardeth dreams is like he that catcheth at a shadow.
Right. If you regard dreams as like he that catch at a shadow. Go ahead.
And followeth after the wind.
Right. See? Go ahead.
Verse 4. Actually, verse 3. The vision of dreams is the resemblance of the one thing to another.
Right. So there you go. It said it. It used the example of a shadow. Now it's telling you. Go ahead.
Even as the likeness of a face to a face.
Right.
Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed?
Why was that thrown in there? Why he's talking about dreams, but why was that thrown in there? Read that 4th verse again.
Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed?
Why was that thrown in there, Volante?
Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed?
Zion?
Because the dream itself was vain.
Nah. Edith? Why was that thrown in there? You're talking about dreams. Hold on. What? What, sis? No. Okay, read the scripture again.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 34 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed?
Well, why did you throw that in there, Sammy? Because man is unclean.
I was gonna say it.
But you waited too long.
I did.
Huh?
I tried to come back.
The scriptures say, "Answer, young man, quickly, swiftly." But no, you're right. You're right. The man, women were unclean. So you think your mind can be all kind of negative. You could be thinking whole left field, not in the spirit of the Most High. That's where you get these soothsayers, visioners. Watch, it's going to go on and tell us. Go ahead.
And from that thing which is false, what truth can come?
Yeah, what truth can come? So you know what that is? That's a check to remind you why you can't be chasing dreams.
Your mind's corrupt.
Yeah, your mind's corrupt. Especially if you got demons on you, you're negative. If you're negative, you already got spirits on you. And they're going to be giving you negative dreams. I had a dream you rolled over and you punched me in the face. Or you killed me. It's like, what the hell is your mind on? You know what I mean? Like, what you thinking about for that to be in you? You see that? So, we can't really go off of that. Hold that. Go to Wisdom of Solomon 9 verse 14.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 9 and verse 14.
Read that. Wisdom of Solomon 9 verse 14. Go ahead.
For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable.
Wait a minute. It's coming back and reiterating that your thoughts are miserable. That's why you fight so much. Why you think you're miserable? You fight in everything. You fight in the spirit. You're not letting the Most High guide you. That's why everything's so much a battle. That's why you got so many problems in your head. Your thoughts, why are you miserable? I'm happy. I let the Most High work it out. Let the Most High. I don't got to be angry all day. I don't got to be sad all day. I don't got to be resentful. I don't got to hate this person. I don't got to hate that person. Oh, this person said that? Okay. I forgive you. Done. The Most High deal with it. Oh, this person's a demon? Okay. Most High deal with it. Well, this person here and doing something you can't control? Most High gonna deal with it. That's how I got to be. You got so much in you, man. You got to see where all this stuff sits. So out of an unclean thing, a lot of negative comes, right? Go ahead.
For the thoughts of mortal men are miserable.
Right.
And our devices are but uncertain.
You see that? Our devices are uncertain. So for you to, that's why I said you got to watch when you tap into these dreams, because then you'll start going around and sounding like a soothsayer or a false prophet. Or you got visions. Oh, man, I had a vision. How do you know it was a vision? Oh, man, because it happened. Oh, yeah? What happened? You got to know what is a vision and what is a dream.
So even if you ask the Most High for some type of vision or some type of dream.
Try the spirit by the spirit. Whether it be of the Most High. See? So you have to know. Yahweh, give me a dream. Give me a dream and let me know if this is real. Right? Your wife is praying to know if he's real. Well, how she know? She might get a dream one way. She might get the dream. But how do you know it's real? It's from the Most High. Satan might just pop up. Oh, you want to answer? Okay. I'm perfect timing. Let me give you the answer. and they give you what you want to hear. But you wouldn't know what is real and what is not unless you do what? Try the Spirit by the Spirit. Right? So that's very important too, huh? Because how many people do that? Yahweh, show me the way. Right? He did show you the way. That's why you got the truth. But now you're looking for another way. You're looking for something easier. But show me the way. He showed you the way. But that has to do with submissiveness. Submitting. And that way is hard to you, right? So you're looking for another way. So you got to see, man, it's tricky. Your thoughts are tricky. We're corruptible. We sin. We think our negative crap daily. So you got to watch when you come into these dreams. So when we talk about this subject on dreams, I'm real careful to show you that a lot of these dreams takes a lot of people out of the way. Go ahead, finish that.
Verse 15.
Uh-huh.
For the corruptible body presseth down the soul.
Right.
And the earthly tabernacle weigheth down the mind that museth upon many things.
So your mind sits and meditates on many things. Now, majority of the time, those are what? You can answer that. You can answer it. You know what is negative. You know what you're thinking about. How do you know it's negative? Because it's always a battle against what the will of the Most High is. Well, I don't know the will of the Most High. That's your problem. That's what the confusion is. Because you don't know the will. When you hear it, when you hear the scriptures, you really want to second question it. God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. So why are you in confusion? Why is your mind going back and forth and battling? Right? And I know I'm using this to give understanding on dreams, but at the same time, isn't that what comes from man? Isn't that what comes from women? Or the negative thoughts? The negative outlook, the dreams. So this is why, just answering this brother or sister's question, that's why you got to be careful when it comes to these dreams, man. All right, go back. Go back to 34. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 34 where we left off at.
34 verse 2.
Uh-huh. Yeah, go ahead.
Divinations and soothsayings and dreams are vain.
Yeah, you see that? So dreams are vain. Divinations, you have to watch it because your divinations comes in with dreams. Divinations, now you're trying to divine. Watch, I want you to look up the word divinations. Read on.
And the heart fancieth as a woman's heart in travail.
Yeah, so we read that in Wisdom of Solomon. Your heart, your mind fancieth. You're a woman and you're in this movie-like dream. And you realize it's just a dream. Go ahead.
Verse 6. If they be not sent from the Most High.
If what?
If they be not sent from the Most High in thy visitation.
Right. If an angel don't come to you and say, Shalom. Shalom, Edith. I come to tell you. Right? Shalom, Zion. Hear me. Hear me, Zion. If it ain't coming like that, you having dreams. And don't get into, I had a dream that I was pooped on. I had a dream that and doo-doo means money. You see, you start getting into divinations. Divinations, what you got?
Divinations. a foretelling future events.
You see that? So you see why you got to watch about dreams? Because you're thinking this dream might be telling you a foretelling of future events. Now you're walking around sounding like a what? A diviner. So what was the dream about? Tell me. Tell me what was this about? Oh. So I see something in your future. You gotta be careful.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Or discovering things secret or obscure by the aid of superior beings.
Yeah, so you see that? So, but remember that what superior beings? Demons or angels? See, because evil angels, right? First of all, evil angels are going to come to you. We know that. And these righteous angels are going to come to you, right? But you have to be the one to be able to make the choice and say, biblically, what is this? Well, if it's leading me into divinations, right? Then that's not of the Most High, right? If it got me chasing my dreams and I'm living, remember that one cat? Well, you don't, but this one cat came in, he was like, I have visions.
Yeah, he sent me a Facebook request. Not a Facebook, but a message.
Yeah.
Where he put up an hour video about how he's seen into 500 years from now.
You see that?
2000, that he's trying to be like a prophet.
You see that? He's seeing for 500 years now?
Wow.
Perfect. No, you don't send it to me. I don't need to see it.
God.
I don't need to see it. I don't need to argue with you. I don't need to debate. I don't need to know what you... I don't want to hear none of that. You know what I mean? These cats, they like...
I talk to the Most High.
I stay out of that. Why? Because it's madness. It's madness, and then it's seducing spirits. You know what I mean? I know what he was on when he came in class. When he came in and said, I have visions, I looked at, okay. All right, brother. Go ahead. What else you got on divine nations?
Oh, no,
that was it? So, I mean, y'all see that, right? You got to watch for that. Go ahead.
If they be not sent from the Most High.
If an angel ain't coming to you and saying, listen, thus saith the Lord, then you still have to check, right? Go ahead.
Set not thy heart upon them.
There you go. So you having dreams and they're not sent from the Most High, set not your heart upon them. Because you'll be chasing these dreams. Go ahead.
The law shall be found perfect without lies.
The what?
The law shall be found perfect without lies.
Why was that thrown in there? Why?
Because these people with these visions, they try to input that into the scriptures, but obviously it's false. Or
the law, it said that right after about dreams, because the law is going to be straight up and tell you. That's why right after speaking of dreams, he's saying here, all these dreams will lead you in a crazy ass place. Look into the law, because the law is going to lead you what? Without lies. Right? Did you get that scripture I asked for? It's Psalms what?
Psalms 37, verse 23.
Psalms 37? Let me see. There's a few of them, obviously, but I wanted, let's see here.
And there's Proverbs 20, 24, too.
Psalms 37. What verse did he just finish at?
This is verse 8.
1, 2, 8. And then you said Psalms 37 and what was it?
Verse 23.
23. Yeah, there you go. There you go. This one right there. Read that.
Psalm chapter 37, verse 23.
Yeah.
The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord.
Right. So you see that, right? I don't have to be guided by my dreams. I'm guided by the Spirit of the Most High, by the will of the Most High, by the purpose of the Most High, right? If I just keep on that path towards the kingdom, I don't have to worry about dreams, visions, divinations, tarot cards, what grandma said. I'm just going to stay on the path, serving and searching to get closer to the Most High. Forget what my dreams are saying. And they might come to pass. So what? So what? I'm not going to put them before the Most High. You understand? Go ahead.
And he delighteth in his way.
Go ahead.
Verse 24.
Though
he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down.
Why? Because he's trusting in the Most High. The Most High is going to lead him. That's his lamp. That's the light. Go ahead, read on.
For the Lord upholdeth him with his hand.
Right. The Most High upholdeth him with his hand, not my dreams. So you got to be careful. You get into these churches, they go into that. They start talking about their prophet. They see visions. Bro, you come in here, you see a vision, listen, keep that to yourself. You know why? Because a lot of these cats, why I say that, and I say that being funny, because a lot of these cats ain't seeing visions. You can't be getting high, smoking weed, still a faggot, but talk about you're spiritual. Don't come in and sit down and learn that you're not black. Start with there. You know what I mean? So all that for what? The brother came in, he see visions, but what's he doing? Christ said, chase your visions or feed my sheep.
Feed my sheep.
So his visions, what good are they?
Useless.
You think Christ is going to come back and be like, listen, did you see? Did you see the future? Because if you seen the future, you know you finna get this ass whooping. This is real. Where's the other one at?
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24.
Go ahead, read that one. Proverbs 24.
20.
24 what?
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24.
Proverbs 20, verse 24.
Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 24.
Silly. Go ahead.
Man's going are of the Lord.
Uh-huh.
How can a man then understand his own way?
Right. So, when your steps are guided by the Most High, you're not going to understand everything. Y'all get that, right?
God.
You're going to get in this place to where you be like, well, why am I here? But that's why it says the just shall live by faith. Knowing that the Most High, you're there, now move in faith, right? Same thing with Israel happened in the wilderness, right? So everything, the Most High is giving you the power to see the future, and he took that power away from the prophets, from the seers. Why? Because it was no longer to be like that. If that was the case, there would be prophets like back in the days that would be leading you righteously and guiding you righteously, like Samuel did, like Nathan did, like all the prophets did. You see? But none of them are left. Why? Because the Most High had broke that connection. So I know everybody wants to be an X-Men, but you're not. The Most High said he wants you to follow by faith. What?
I was going to say, when the prophets were coming with it, they were 100 every time.
Yeah.
They weren't like, oh, it's sometimes.
It could be this.
Yeah.
It could be that.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's one in Psalms 119. I want to get. Let me see here.
Proverbs 5 and 21. Let
me see here. Yeah.
Proverbs chapter 5, verse 21.
Proverbs chapter 5, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth all his going.
Right. But you know what? That one's more telling us that the Most High watches your steps. Like, he knows your heart, he knows your mind, he knows your intentions. So, that one, where that one is going. I wanted to get one more before we go back and finish this up. What's up?
Even on this whole situation about the dreams, but then like you just made a statement about in the wilderness with Israel. You know how you know about these visions or these feelings because the scriptures say whoever looketh or put his hands to the plow and looketh back.
Uh-huh.
A lot of these times, these visions, what these people say,
Yeah.
that's all it is. It's a stumbling block. So it is out of the Most High.
Yeah.
The Most High did not put you on this route to continue, or did put you on a route
To go back.
correct to have willing
Right.
to have you turn around and be like, nah, this is false.
Right.
This is wrong. Nah, the Most High didn't do that. So that's how you know it's not of the Most High. Because once again, it's contradicting the scriptures. Listen, if a man put his hands to the plow and look back, he's not fit for the kingdom.
Right. And you know what? You can even say that with Christianity. And I always use this example. When you were in the church, your heart was yearning for truth, right?
Come.
Did the church teach you truth? Partly. They told you believe in Christ. They told you have faith. They told you love, right?
Come.
But then the Most High moved you to the next stage, right?
Come.
And then he keeps moving you. Because if it wasn't about serving the Most High from religion, you would have just left off and went back into the world. Back into the clubs, getting high, doing wickedness, living for the white man, right? So the Most High, if you watch your life, he's trying to guide you more into the spirit, to the spiritual, as opposed to going back into the world. So that's a very good point. It's Psalms 119, 105. I was reading this the other day, man. This one was a cold one. Psalms 119, 105.
Psalms chapter 119 and verse 105.
Go ahead.
Thy word is a lamp unto my feet
Uh-huh.
and a light unto my path.
You see that?
Come.
The Most High is like one of those little hat flashlights. You know, he's like that. He's guiding you. He's showing you where to go if you keep the laws and commandments.
Yes.
So you don't need dreams. Y'all get that?
And in the spirit.
Huh?
And you have to be in the spirit.
You have to be in the spirit. Of course. Of course. Right? The scripture comes back and says, a righteous man knows where he stumbles. A righteous man knows when he stumbles. Why? Because he's humble enough to what? To examine himself and get correction. See, it says the wicked fall into mischief, meaning they go right back into the old things they used to. It's easy to discern what is wicked and what is righteous. The thing is, you know why it's hard with a lot of people? Because they don't know these precepts. Yeah. Yeah. It's easy to understand who's going off. Because like you said, if your mind is right, why is it leading you back into the world? If you're so right, why is it leading you back outside of the spirit? And outside of the scriptures? So these are the, this is a game that is played when you lack wisdom and understanding on your own, yourself. That's the battle. You got to fight, and every person got to make that decision. Let's go back. Let's finish it up so we can jump to the next one. We be hitting this one all night. Go ahead. Jump back to Ecclesiastes 34.
Ecclesiastes 34 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
The law shall be found perfect without lies.
Yeah.
And wisdom is perfection to a faithful mouth.
You see that? So wisdom will be the perfection to a person that's faithfully using it, speaking it. Right?
All right.
Come?
Come.
Jump down to 13.
Verse 13.
Uh-huh.
The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them.
Right. See, their hope is in them, is in him that saveth them. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Whoso feareth the Lord shall not fear nor be afraid.
Right.
For he is his hope.
Do you see that? Who is supposed to be our hope? Our dreams, or man, or the Most High? Right? Go ahead.
Blessed is the soul of him that feareth the Lord, to whom doth he look,
Mm-hmm.
and who is his strength.
Check that out. So you y'all have to understand these dreams, man. You gotta watch them.
A lot of times say, who is his strength?
Uh-huh.
And the scriptures say about don't give yourself over to your own counsel. And a lot of people think their strength is in their own mind.
Yeah,
That's
they're
the downfall.
right. So when you go into these dreams, that just taps into that ego more. Like you said, he's seen 500 years in the future. Ask him, does he still live with his mom? I'm sorry, I'm making shots today. I'm sorry about that.
Damn.
But that's the thing. Like you see into the future, but you can't get off your couch. You can't. The wisdom is not doing nothing for you. All right. Let me see here. Let me look at this one real quick, and we'll jump to the next question. Okay, that's it. That's fine. All right, what other questions we got on there?
What do you say to someone who believes the second coming took place in 70 AD?
The second coming took place in 70 AD.
So we're left behind.
And it already took place.
Oh, is this new? Is it a new one? When? Last week? New? I haven't heard that at all, ever. I've never heard that. What do you say to them? You got to read the Bible and understand that when Christ, Jesus, you had to go to a lot of scriptures. But one, let's go to one. Let's go to one and make it easy, right? Go to the Gospels. I'm trying to think of one basic, straight to the point. Go to Mark 13:24. Let's go there. And this is the direction without us having to go over just, and I'm not being funny, common sense scriptures. You have to show them this right here. When Christ said he was going to return, everybody, as a matter of fact, hold on. Before you go there, let's go to Acts. We're going to go there first. Go to Acts 1. Let's start from here. Then we'll jump back to Mark. Acts 1 and why stand ye there gazing? And 7.
Acts chapter 1 and verse 7.
No, 9.
Verse 9.
Acts 1 and 9.
And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight.
Mm-hmm.
And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven, as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel,
Mm-hmm.
which also said, Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven?
Uh-huh.
This same Jesus, which is taken up from you into heaven,
Mm-hmm.
shall so come in like manner.
He's going to do what?
Shall so come in like manner
Uh-huh.
as ye have seen him go into heaven.
Right. So, Christ was prophesied that he was going to come the way he left, with the clouds of heaven. Right? The same way you see him leaving is the same way he's going to come, right? Go ahead.
Verse 12.
Uh-huh.
Then returned they unto Jerusalem.
Okay, so now we understand that the same way he left was the same way he was going to come, right? Go to Mark 13:24.
Mark chapter 13, verse 24.
Uh-huh.
But in those days, after the tribulation, the sun shall be darkened,
Right.
and the moon shall not give her light.
Right. See, there's prophecies that will fulfill the coming of the Son of Man the second time. Go ahead.
And the stars of heaven shall fall.
Right?
And
Like, you have to see, and they can say that too. Well, back in those days, the ancients, the ones that were lifted up to the heavens fell. Okay, go ahead.
And the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken.
Right?
And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory.
Right, so the Son of Man is going to come with clouds. In 70 AD, there's no record of Christ coming back, delivering his people. So you can go many angles on this question. You can show them that the second coming was going to bring the children back to the Most High. You can show them the second coming was going to bring the new kingdom of heaven on earth. Like, there's so many basics you can go through to kill that one. Go from there. Did you finish?
Gone.
Go to Matthew's 16:27 real quick.
Matthew chapter 16, verse 27.
Uh-huh.
For the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels.
Right. With his what?
With his angels.
So, did he do that in 70 AD? Where's the account of this? Where's the account that Christ came back with all the angels of heaven and did this? So I don't even know. Certain questions, man, y'all gotta just like throw them out your brain. I mean, not that you can ask them. I'm talking about if somebody's online doing their little Facebook thing, y'all gotta just learn how to stop your ears, man. The scriptures say, avoid foolish and vain babbling. You gotta know some of these people are just talking out their bumhole. They don't even know what the hell they're talking about. You know, there's no record, there's no recording of Christ, of the angels, of this glory happening during 70 AD. So go ahead.
And then he shall reward every man according to his work.
Right. So you see that? If that was the case, then why are we still here? So you can go into the resurrection. You can show them that Christ come back, he was going to resurrect. Christ come back, he was going to judge. There's so many scriptures you can go up on this topic and point. So, you know, from those angles that I mentioned, you can go into the scriptures and show them that. All right, without us having to go through all that right now. And we can do that. We can do a whole class on that. But it's a lot of basics that we've already touched on. Right? That's a lot of basics that we already touched on. So, all right, go to the next question.
Why do some people say God took 8 days or rested on the 8th day for creation?
Why does some people say the Most High took what?
8 days or rested on the 8th day for creation?
Because they don't read the Bible? I don't know why they would say that. Let's go to Genesis. Let's go to Genesis 2 verse 1.
Genesis chapter 2 verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Thus the heavens and the earth were finished.
Right.
And all the hosts of them. 2.
Uh-huh.
And on the 7th day.
On the what?
7th day.
8th.
7th day.
10th.
7th day.
4th.
7th day.
Okay.
God ended his work.
Okay.
Which he had made.
Right. So the 7th day is when he ended his work. I don't know where they're getting the 8th day from. That just doesn't make any sense. All right. Next.
Where in the Bible does it say Esau is the only one who God has no mercy for?
Obadiah. Go to Obadiah. Where in the scriptures does it say about Esau not having any mercy? Go to Obadiah. It's let's see here. Let me see. Obadiah 1 and 9. Obadiah 1 and 9.
Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 9.
Obadiah 1 verse 9. Read that.
And thy mighty men, O Timon,
Teman.
shall be dismayed.
Right?
To the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Right.
For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
So Esau was going to be cut off. The prophecy was Esau was going to be cut off because of the violence he committed against Jacob. Go ahead.
Shame shall cover thee.
That's the shame. The shame on you, so-called white man, for hating your brother Jacob, killing him, rape, rob, murdering, castrating, hanging him on trees, burning him, calling nigga, spick, spook, spade, wetbag. Shame on you. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be cut off forever.
Uh-huh. Right. So Esau, the future prophecy. Remember, this prophecy wasn't back then because it never happened. It was a future prophecy if Esau will be cut off forever. So that is yet to come. So there it is, Obadiah. All right, what's the next one?
What does it mean to have faith in Christ?
What does it mean? What does it mean to have faith in Christ? All right, go to Hebrews. What does it mean to have faith in Christ? So what is faith, right? Go to Hebrews. Now we can go all day with this one, but I'll try to make it real easy and simple. Go to Hebrews 11 verse 1.
Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 1.
So how do we have faith in Christ? Go ahead.
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
So we hope that everything in this Bible, everything Christ said, done, did, is real, is right, is the word. That's what we hope.
God.
Right? Because we haven't seen Christ. We haven't seen the Father. You haven't even seen an angel. Right?
God.
For all we know, according to the Egyptologists, according to the atheists, the Bible could have been written by Shakespeare. Because that's what the faithless say, right?
God.
Because they don't have what we have, which is faith. Right?
God.
So, now, they're asking how to have faith, right? What does it mean to have faith? Right? Go ahead.
The evidence of things not seen.
So, it's the things we hope for and we know to be true, but you can't see it. You can't see the right then and there. When Christ said he's going to come back and he's going to destroy the wicked kingdoms, faith is us believing in that, but not yet happen or there. That's what being faithful is. So, pertaining to what subject? All of them. All of the subjects. You know, endurance, tribulation, persecution, giving, hating. Like, faith is, if I do what the Bible says and don't have anger or resentment for someone, then the Most High won't take vengeance on me. That's faith. So it's applicable in everything we do in the Word. If I suffer through this tribulation and persecution and suffer for righteousness' sake, I'm going to get the reward not only now, but in the kingdom to come. That's faith. You can't see it. You're going through it. You're catching hell, but the outcome hasn't happened yet. Because you know that our faith is going to be tried and perfect to the end. So that's what believing is. That's what we have faith in. That if we do the will of the Most High, what He promises is going to come to pass. So, like I said, we can go all day on that one, but I do want to get in my class. I don't want to do another class on questions, so I'm not going to start going into all those scriptures. You know, we've got faith classes too, so we'll go ahead and hit you with the link on that. We'll hit you with the link on that one. All right. I do want to go into this class today, man. I held off this class for like two or three other classes. What other questions we got?
What is the 666 mean?
Go to Revelations. What does the 666 mean? Go to Revelations. 13 and 18. Yep.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
Here is wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast.
So Revelations 13 and 18 is going to tell us what the 666. Not the one. We're going to get the number of the beast. Well, when you find out and understand The beast is not a big animal, a big serpent. The beast was talking about a nation. So Revelations, John the Revelator, he's coming down in 18 and showing you that, wait a minute, if you didn't understand what I was telling you, the beast is a man. It's not a serpent, it's not a big dragon, it's a nation, it's a man. Go ahead.
For it is the number of a man.
Uh-huh.
And his number is 600 scores and six.
His number is 600, three score.
And six.
Okay, you try it again then. Go ahead.
And his number is 600, three score and six.
There you go. His number is 666. So that's the number of the man, which is the beast. 666. It represents the man. There it is. The beast. Now, you want to know that beast? Keep tuning into the basics, and then when we go over Revelations, you'll get that. All right? All right. What's the next one?
Can angels fly, or do they strictly use the chariots for flight?
No, according to Ezekiel, the first chapter, he has an account of the angels flying next to the chariots. So go read Ezekiel 1, and we'll find a link on that too. Ezekiel 1, and we've been over this recently too. It said that next to the chariots, or they were called whirlwinds, you're going to see it's called a ring, a wheel inside of a wheel. Ezekiel describes these so-called UFOs as what he can understand during his time. So if you read Ezekiel slow, the first chapter, you find out that the rings and the angels were next to each other at one time, and then he sees them at another time where they're inside. So we'll send you the link on that too. But angels definitely can obviously move. When you go through all the scriptures, remember these angels came without, the chariot necessarily wasn't with them all the time. So, yeah. All right, what's the next one? All right. So, this class we're going to go into, you can label it, title it, Greedy. Greed and selflessness. Selflessness. So, you got greed and you got selflessness. Why this class? Because it's what Israelites battle, man. We battle our own greed, our own desire, and our own lust, as opposed to what needs to be done and what has to be done. And, once again, this is not on here. Well, let me see if I do got it in here real quick. Philippians. Oh, maybe I do got it here. Go to Philippians. Yeah. Philippians 2. And you're going to start at verse 4. Go to Philippians 2, verse 4. Read that.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 4. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others.
So, from the door, the epitome of what Christ wants with Hamashiach, what he wants, was this. That when we do things, this truth is not about you. And that's the hardest thing, isn't it?
Your comfortability.
It's not about you being comfortable. And that's the whole point Christ made, was about, it's not about you. What are we being saved off of? Think about it. I want you to think about that, and at the end of the class, give me the scripture. When he says, I'll give you a little example. He says, when the Son of Man shall come, he said, you have visited me, you have did what, to what, to what, to what. Right? Just a little example, but you got to understand that nothing Christ is coming to judge you off is based off what you did for yourself. Because you automatically, when you do for others, it's a change that comes about within yourself. For you to do for others, you got to be a good person. You can't be a nigglet. You can't be greedy or selfish. Just based off of giving itself. It's hard for me to give you something. Anything. For some people, it's you might even have it and it's hard. Right? You might got it. You know how you got some people, they're hoarders? They got extra stuff just sitting around? But they what? They swear they need that? No, you don't. You're just greedy as hell. And this is where this spirit, if you don't understand this, you're never going to understand what this truth's about. It's not about you. So, read 4 verse again. Let's let this marinate in those joints.
Philippians chapter 2 verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Look not every man on his own thing.
Yeah, see, how many of you can do that? Well, not a lot. Why? Because you're so caught up into you don't give a damn about what's going on with the next person. Right? You don't care what's going around with this individual or that individual. And we all fall short in that area, but one thing I understand is this, that it cannot be about me. Because we all fall short. We're all greedy and selfish. Right? You want that time and you're like, damn, why do I got to do that? Right? Well, read it again.
Verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Look not every man on his own thing.
Right?
But every man also on the things of others.
Yeah. How many of you can worry about, and this don't mean be a busybody if you, it don't mean that. It means that how many of you can care for that other brother or sister when you're in pain and you're in suffering and you're going through it? How many of you think about what you do affects people around you and how it affects how you affect your household and your family? So when we see this, and this is what I'm trying to get y'all to see through these scriptures, is that Christ, that was the whole example. He wasn't worried about me. Even when it came down to the pain, when it came down to betrayal, when it came down to betrayal, right?
Okay.
It wasn't about me. Oh, you want to talk mess about me? I forgive you. I'm not even going to say nothing. Right? How many of us could do it? It's hard. Because you're like, wait a minute, that's a lie. That's not right. But how many of us can do it? It's hard. You understand?
Okay.
Christ, what did he do?
He endured it.
He endured it. So this is where, when you look at selfish and selflessness, this is where you got to ask yourself, how many of you can go through what Christ went through? He was betrayed and he still stuck in. He was lied on and he still stuck in. He lost everything and he still stuck in. He was on the cross and he still said what? Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. How many of us are understanding that that's what's needed to make it through this path? Then you'll understand what the truth's all about. The reason why you can't and you won't make it is because you're too much about your damn self. You're too greedy. And that's why a lot of us are not going to make it. Why? Because in the end, you are more important than the will of the Most High. You are more important than laying down your life for your brother. So read on.
Verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Let this mind be in you.
All right.
Which was also in Yahushua.
Yeah, that mind was in Christ. The mind was in Christ was that look not on your own, but on the things of others. Now, think about how selfish you are in your house. You're tearing your house down. You're ripping your house apart. You're having an effect on this brother, this sister, but you don't give a damn. All you care about is your pride, your ego, how you feel, you're emotional, you want to get this out. And by any means necessary, I'm going to run through this bastard like a damn tornado, and then at the end say what? Damn, I didn't see I destroyed good. That's selfishness. But Christ, we were supposed to look at his example. Go ahead.
Verse 6.
Who,
being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God.
So what's the first way that we can understand how not to be selfish? According to what we just read, right there, at that point, at that time that I stopped, what did Christ, according to that statement, show us how we have to be so we won't be selfish? What?
Humble.
Okay, humble. What's another word? Jay? Edith? Think about it. I'll come back to you, Edith. Doing something. Now, read it again. Let it get in their head. Read it one more time.
Verse 6.
Who,
being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God.
Right. So he wasn't trying to be equal with God. Right? So what is that point teaching us about looking not on your own and on the things of others? We're reading in context of what we're talking about here. Right? How did that teach me by Christ not being equal with the Most High? How does that teach us to look on other people? He didn't think he was somebody. He didn't think he was somebody. Nigga, I don't have to do. I'm not. Who are you? No. Who are you? That's the question. Who are you? Who you trying to be like? Because we're all nobody. But the only way we're going to get to this level to be unselfish is by looking at Christ and saying, what did he go through? That's why brothers and sisters got battled so much. You're looking at a man. How many times I say, I'm going to fall. I'm going to make a mistake. Forgive thou me. If you can't, that's on you. I'm going to forgive you. I forgive you. Let's move on. Keep moving forward, right?
Okay.
That's what you have to do. But why? What is holding you back? You're constantly not looking at Christ. He didn't make himself in no position. He didn't walk around cocky thinking he was owed something and thinking something was due to him. That's why brothers and sisters they will not look on others. Why? Because everybody owes you something. The white man owes you some. Your mama owes you some. Family member owes you some. You always blaming your problems on somebody else. You're not going to hear that from me. No, I'm stupid. I made the mistake. I did it. Next time I'll learn. Right?
Okay.
Why? Because you have to assume responsibility. Then when you can do that, then what? You can take the form of a servant. But when you think you're somebody, you're never going to do for anybody else. Y'all understand that?
Right.
This is what Christ said. He took the form of a servant. You're never going to be selfless, if you are always thinking how you can benefit, how you can get over, or how this is going to help me. What am I going to get from this? Well, that's why Most High killed all those Israelites in the wilderness. Because no matter what they did, they weren't what? No matter what God did for them, they weren't what?
Never satisfied.
They were never what?
Satisfied.
We're going to get into that too. Because that's what the greedy spirit is all about. It don't matter what happens. Your husband can be the perfect man. He could be the baby flowers, roses, cards, you will still be unhappy.
Correct.
It will be some damn thing. Same thing with the man. No matter what. She could be the most righteous woman, but you will still be unhappy. Why? Because you're greedy as hell. You worried about you. You're not worried about somebody else. But if you consider one another and say, that's why I say you got to use words like, you're tearing down this house. You got to use words like that. Like, you are going to get me to leave you. Right? This is where this is going. For them to really understand, you're destroying. You're not building. You see that? Because when that greedy spirit comes in, what happens? They don't care about nothing. So it takes really, really for us to look at what Christ did, to be like Christ, to think on others. Go ahead. Come
Verse
on.
7.
Uh-huh.
But made himself of no reputation.
So he didn't make himself of no reputation. He wasn't going around. He wasn't going around saying he's Mr. Kimo Sabi. He's Mr. the person. You owe me something. Who are you? He took the form of a servant. But you know what you're doing? You always worried about this man's servant. It says, thou that judgest another man's servant. Well, he ain't being a servant, so who the... That's not going to work, y'all. Oh, you know what? Zion, he ain't being a good servant, so... Kazaki, he ain't perfect, like... Okay. So what does that mean? What does that mean?
That gives me
That gives you the... y'all don't get it. That Christ is going to judge you. He's going to judge me. But how do we keep consistent? By stop looking at everybody, and give and be that humble person. And keep giving. Keep giving. Keep submitting yourself to the will of the Most High. Then when you don't render evil for evil, then you'll start seeing it even in your household. And you know why I take it to the household? Because that's emotions are in the house. You can kind of get the feeling there. Brother and sister, a brother in the truth, a lot of times that's not gained till a long time. It's easy for you to just be like, whatever, shit, I don't need you. Right? It's easy to do that with a brother or sister in the truth, for some. But when you learn your household, then you're realizing, wait a minute, I have a bond with this person. I'm connected, and I'm finna lose, and it's finna be destroyed. So that's why I take it there. All right, go ahead, read on.
And took upon him the form of a servant.
He took on him the form of a servant. Go ahead.
And was made in the likeness of men.
Right.
And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself.
Right.
And became obedient unto death.
Right. So Christ became obedient unto death. What is your limit? Where have you drawn the line? What line have you drawn? If we were to pull up a chart here and put a line and said, okay, I'm going to only go to this level. Where's yours? Where's your level? Oh, no, if this happens, I ain't dealing with that. What level? Because Christ was to death. Christ followed the scriptures to death. He followed the Most High to death. He followed the commandments to death. What was yours? What was your limit? You don't have to tell me. It wasn't meant for you to tell me. It was meant for you to understand that you have a line. And that's why you won't proceed in this truth. Because your limit is not the Most High's limit. He's going to pull out of you and see how much you're willing to give and stay submissive to this word. That's just the way it is. And you know what? All the games you played because reality or this or not that, guess what? That's your trial. It's only your game. Because Christ submitted all the way to death. You see that? Now, how many times I talk about it? I can use you as an excuse, right? I can lose, you offended me. He said something to me. I don't got enough money. I've been doing this all my life, wasting my times. What else? Come on, give me some more. Come on, cause Christ, you think he didn't have excuses?
You say y'all don't love me.
Yeah, this subtle nigga Judas was sitting there with me. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna die for these niggas. They don't care. He could have did that anytime, right? But what excuses we got? Huh? Your hair is too big.
I'm tired.
I'm tired. Oh, did I tell you I was tired too? What else? I'm tired, and I'm sick and tired. Right? What else? Come on, give me some more excuses why we won't be as humble as Christ.
I can't live my life.
I can't live my life. You want me at class? You know what I mean? Then when I'm in class, after class, you want me in class. And then when we get home, I'm in class. It's like, damn, let me breathe, right?
Right.
This ain't how it's supposed to be.
This ain't how it's supposed to be. What else? Come on.
I'm unappreciated.
I'm unappreciated. Brothers don't appreciate me. My husband, my wife doesn't appreciate me. I'm not doing this. I'm not submitting to the laws, statutes, commandments, the will of the Most High, the suffering, the long suffering, everything that the Bible says go through. I'm not doing this. I don't have to go through this. That's the difference with Christ doing for us what a lot of us will not do for each other. And that's why in the last day it says, many shall come saying, I have taught in your name, I did this, I believe in you from my heart. Jesus, you've been there. I never knew you worker of iniquity. Why? Because when it came down to the greatest commandment, you never did that. You never did that. All of them rest on 2 commandments, and guess what? You will not do one of them. Actually, you don't do both, because in not laying down your life for your brother, you are not following you're not loving the Lord with all thy soul, with all thy might. So really, you're breaking them both. Because that's his will. This is not easy. It's not easy. It's all these scriptures right here. You know what this is? These are words. These are just words to people. Oh yeah, follow Christ. Yeah, he's the example. Yeah. What the hell does that mean? You know what that means, Edith? That means that you're going to be put through a battle, and it's either you're going to suffer, you're going to battle like Christ did, or you're going to turn your back and have an excuse. Same thing with Shay, same thing with Volante, same thing with Zion, Sammy, Mary, same thing with us. We all can sit here and just turn this class into the excuse class. How many do you got? I got a lot. I know y'all got a lot. Right? Car ain't making it. My back hurt. I'm hungry. I gotta pay rent. You know what I mean? The house I'm in now, I don't like it. You know, my kids, come on, man. We can do this all day, right? But what keeps us? Verse 4, read it again.
Verse 4, Philippians chapter 2, verse 4.
Give me 2 Corinthians 8 and 8, John 10 and 8. Read.
Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others.
How do we keep fighting for our brothers? How do we keep fighting for our nation? Well, I know this, as we go through these scriptures, is not by putting yourself ahead of everybody, because that's not what Christ did. That's not what Christ did. So if somebody tries to tell you, oh, you got to worry about you. Yeah, you do. Every man shall seek out his own soul salvation in following the commandments and the rules that Christ set down. That don't mean, oh yeah, worry about you like that. Every man shall seek out his own soul salvation, but I got to worry about me. Yeah, that don't mean that. You know what I mean? When you come to me for brotherhood, nah, brother, I got to worry about me. I can't worry about you. That don't mean that. That means that you keep doing the will of the Most High in righteousness, and not letting others or anybody deter you through their problems or issues or mistakes. That's what that means. Go ahead, read on.
It's 2 Corinthians.
Oh, all right. Yeah, 2 Corinthians 8 and 8. Go ahead.
I speak not by commandment, but by occasion of the forwardness of others.
Go ahead.
And to prove the sincerity of your love.
What was Paul? Wait a minute. No man has. You can't prove the sincerity. You ain't. Who are you, brother? Read it one more time.
I speak not by commandment,
Uh-huh.
but by occasion for the forwardness of others.
Go ahead.
And to prove the sincerity of your love.
Yeah. Paul was proving the Corinthians' love. He was proving them. Just like the Most High proves us.
Right.
Just like any other brother or sister's proven. Just like if you want to be a manager at your job and move to the next level, you got to be proven.
Right.
And show good works. It's supposed to be that way. Go ahead, read out. He's going to tell us how. Go ahead.
For ye know the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, that though he was rich, yet for your sakes he became poor.
Because he was what? Worried about himself? His money? His life? I got to do this. I got to be that. What about me? Where I'm going to eat at? Where I'm going to sleep at? Christ said he had no place to lay his head. How many of us will go to the level of giving to that level and believing that the Most High got us? You better watch. Watch what you say, brother. Trust me. Watch what you say. Watch what you vow with your mouth. Because when you say con, the Most High will test your ass. And then you'll be like, this is bull. The Most High will throw your ass in a tornado and then look at you like, okay, you ready? You love me, right? So watch what you say. This is our example. Go ahead.
That ye through his poverty might be rich.
Yeah, that through his poverty might be rich. This is what it means by he humbled himself and fashioned himself as a humble servant of the Most High. Yeah, think about it. First of all, the biggest problem is what he said here. Rich, money, success. We talked about this the other day, about what is right success, what is evil success, right? Well, isn't this the big problem? Christ chipped that off the board from the get-go, because that's subsistence, life, living, breathing. We think that we can't survive without you doing it. So isn't that the first battle? That's the first battle to give to somebody else. Because if I got $10 in my pocket and I got planned to go to the burrito cart down the block right after class, but then you're like, hey, I need gas. That's where the battle is. My burrito or your gas? How much am I willing to give? Right? How much am I willing to lose for my brother? But that don't mean nothing to the black man no more, the Hispanic man no more. It doesn't mean nothing. Unity, love, nation. It doesn't mean nothing. The only thing that means something is self and hatred with them. That's why we can get online and don't know a person and go off on them and hate them and cause division. Why? Because we're a damn selfish, greedy people. And that's not what Christ teaches. And it's going to hold us back. It's going to hold you back to elevate in the spirit. Why? Because everything the truth is about makes you do what you don't want to do. Everything the truth's about is opposite exactly what you like. It was meant for that to be. It was meant that way. What way you like? What person has came in the truth and said, yeah, hell yeah, sacrificing, I love it. You know what I mean? Giving up my time, spending time with brothers and don't, not my rib. You know what I mean? Studying all the time. Yeah, let's do it. Being out on the street speaking. Being at work all the time. For the Most High, right? Yeah, let's do it, sisters. Sewing. Yeah, I want to be at every sewing meeting. Who wants to be at the sewing meetings? Who wants to clean the school all the time? I do. What sisters is jumping up to be at every sewing meeting, every cleaning meeting, every this meeting, every class? Who's doing that? No, because it's everything that is against what you want. You want time. You want yourself. I need to do this. I need to do that. I got to do this. Right? Nobody wants to do that. So you have to understand this battle. You have to understand you. Go ahead. Come on. Read.
Come on.
8.
Verse 8. I speak not by commandment, but by occasion the forwardness of others.
Go ahead.
And to prove the sincerity of your love.
Go ahead.
For ye know the grace of our Lord Yahweh Shai, that though he was rich, yet for your sakes he became poor, that ye through his poverty might be rich.
Right. So this is what we're fighting for. Our poverty, our suffering, that we help those brothers and sisters out in the world, that we're there for them. No matter what is done. We're spit upon, we're lied on, we're abused, we're used, we're kicked to the curb, but yet and still, that's us living the life of Christ. Because none of you is getting whooped, chastised. The only thing that's chastising you is what? Battling your selfishness. On what to give, how much to give, and how much to lose, right?
Correct.
Go ahead.
Verse 10. And herein I give my advice.
All right, go jump from there. Go to St. John 10 and 8. St. John 10 verse 8.
St. John chapter 10 and verse 8.
Come on. And then get me 1 John 3 verse 16. Go ahead.
All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers.
He said everybody else that came before me are thieves and robbers. Why? Why? Go ahead.
But the sheep did not hear them.
Right.
Verse 9. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved.
Right. So Christ is the door. He's the access. He's the example. Go ahead.
Correct.
And shall go in and out.
Read.
And find pasture.
Read.
The thief cometh not, but to steal.
The thief, the person, does the thief care about you?
Wow.
Is a thief going to go through the house and say, you know what, they might need that. They might need this. Let me not take this. What thief does that? None. So we're talking about a person that's selfish, greedy, a wolf, not giving a damn about anybody but what? Themselves. Go ahead.
And to kill.
To steal, to kill, go ahead.
And to destroy.
And to what?
Destroy.
Wait a minute. A greedy person is only going to do what?
Destroy.
They're not worried about nobody else. They're not worried about how the truth is affected, how you look. They don't give a damn about that. They're always to destroy. Go ahead.
I am come that they may have life.
Right.
Might have life. And that they might have it more abundantly.
Right. So this is what Christ came for. The life for us to be abundant, right?
Correct.
He did that through sacrifice. Read on.
I am the good shepherd.
He is the what?
Good shepherd.
So now we're understanding the example of the good shepherd is what? Read.
The good shepherd giveth his life.
No. The good shepherd is greedy.
The good shepherd giveth his life.
Selfish.
Giveth his life.
I gotta worry about me, nigga. I ain't gonna die for you.
Giveth his life.
He what?
Giveth his life.
He gives his life. The good shepherd gives his life. The reason why we're doing this, because you have to present your body as a living sacrifice for us to follow Christ. You see why this is so hard? Because you have to lose your life. He that loses his life shall gain it. He that gain his life shall lose it, right?
I said one thing.
But now we're understanding what? What are you losing? You're losing that selfish person. Selfish individual. What's up?
Oh, I was going to say, when you read Proverbs 6 and 6, it says to go to the ant and consider his ways. So, like, if any of y'all, like, ever watch a documentary on an ant, it tells you that an ant doesn't care about his own life. All the ants that you see in an empire, they don't care about their individual lives. They care about the life and I guess they care about the life and the well-being of all the other ants.
Right.
They don't care about one individual ant does not care about himself.
Because they're working in a unit.
Okay.
They're working, when you look at, they understand as the weakest link is, so is this train or this chain or whatever the hell we're carrying around or whatever ants do, right?
Okay.
But you know what? That's true though. That's cold. What Solomon say? He said, I studied the ant.
Okay.
He said, look at the ant. So go ahead, finish that. You're going to read to verse 15.
Come. And giveth his life for the sheep.
Right, he gives his life for the sheep. Come on, read with power, read loud. Go ahead.
Verse 12. But he that is an hireling.
Now, I want you to listen so you can categorize yourself. No man has to judge you. You can judge yourself. Y'all listening? I don't have to judge you. The scriptures will judge you. Go ahead. He that is a what?
Hireling.
He that is a what?
Hireling.
Yeah. We're hirelings. Go ahead.
And not the shepherd.
Go ahead.
Whose own the sheep are not.
See, and this is what you have to be careful of. See, you have to understand, are you going to be like the hireling or are you going to be like the shepherd? It's like if we hire somebody over there for EO, right? Like from the world. What they going to do at that cart all day?
Oh, sit down.
Sit down.
Chill.
They're going to chill, just like they do to every cart in the mall.
Right.
Why? Because they're what?
A hireling.
It's not theirs. They're not thinking, oh man, this is we got to get this school rent up. You know what I mean? We got to make sure the bills are paid.
2 days in a row.
Now you got to think about this. Let's apply that to your household. Are you going in your house and acting like it's a house, your house, or you acting like, you know what, it's worth nothing? Your house, the Most High's house. How are you coming in? That's why we talk about grievous wolves, right? We talked about a few months back. We just talked about it before class started about cleaning house, right? Why? Because some people come in and they don't care about your house. They don't care about your house. They'll come in, they'll cause confusion, they'll be negative, they'll spread rumors, they'll spread lies, they'll talk about households. Why? Because the thief is not to come to they come to destroy. They ain't worried about who the hell they destroy in their path, whose household they mess up. They're just ready to cause confusion. But the good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. What do I have to do to keep moving forward in the spirit and how I affect? It's just like a parent. Which one of you wouldn't die for your kids? Which one of you would second guess running in front of a dang car for your kids? That's the truth. That's what you're supposed to do for the Most High. Now, which one of you would do that for the truth? You know why you wouldn't do that for the truth? What's the main reason why you won't do that for the truth? What's the main reason why a man will not lay down his life for his brother? It's simple. It's a simple answer.
The love is there.
What? The love ain't there, what?
That's all I can say.
Because they think there's somebody. You think you're better than Christ. So when you look at the scriptures, you're coming with what? Yeah, but nah, nah. Yeah, I know what Christ did, but nah, nah. Nah, I'm not. Yeah, that's what Christ did, but what? I supposed to deal with that? Nah. Yes, you're going to deal with it. He is going to put you through it, no matter what you like. And either you will fail or you will conquer that. Is that not true? Is that not true? And it keeps happening over and over again until you prove to the Most High that you are acceptable, because an acceptable person is chosen in the furnace of adversity. We're talking about selfishness, so an acceptable person is going to be taken to the level of how much he will give and how much he will be selfish.
See,
Go ahead.
But he that is an hireling, and not the shepherd, whose own sheep are not, seeth the wolf cometh.
He sees the what?
Wolf coming.
He sees the what?
Wolf coming.
They let the wolf come. Now let me throw you a little tidbit here. Let me throw you a little more in this one. Now you understand why we're so hard when you got brothers and sisters coming in with madness. Because you see the wolf coming and you run. We see the wolf coming and we already see, oh, that's a demon. You come not to kill and destroy. You know why your husband is supposed to be checking you and a brother is supposed to be correcting you? Because he sees the wolf coming. He could just say, you know what, it's on you then, you deal with it. But he sees the wolf coming, so he does what? He warns you. Oh, that's not the spirit. Don't do that. That's not the thought process of the Most High. Not to do that. You see that? The wolf comes in and just destroys everything. Read.
And leaveth the sheep.
And leaves the sheep. Go ahead.
And fleeth.
Read.
And the wolf catches them. And scattereth the sheep.
And doeth what?
Scattereth the sheep.
How do you know if it's of the Most High or not? Because confusion and chaos comes in and scatters. God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. Why are you not at peace? Why is there confusion? Why is there division? Because wolves came in and to divide. We were talking about that the other day about, you know, when I was talking about, the brother was asking about the camps. Well, after a while, grievous wolves came in. And so you got men that started to do what? Change the doctrine. That happened over the years. Now you got the flock has to now pay the repercussions of that. It's so much confusion now. Because grievous wolves. Well, that's on every level. In your household, in your family, in your camp, in your nation. You let those wolves come in, they destroy everything. So there has to be unselfish people that will say, nah, hey, bro, that's off, huh? Right? That's off. Oh no, sis, that's wrong. Don't do that. Oh no, bro. Y'all see that? That's what makes you unselfish. Y'all see that? Go ahead. I don't think y'all know why I said that. I said that because you're taking it as, let me just be the wolf. Why are you stopping me from destroying? And we're looking at you, you're the wolf. We can see your teeth. That demon's on you. We supposed to stop you. You understand that? We supposed to check you. We supposed to tell you. Go ahead. What verse you at?
Verse 13.
Read.
The hireling fleeth.
Right.
Because he is an hireling.
Right.
And careth not for the sheep.
Yeah, he's a part-timer. He's a part-time. That's why these cats online, they get online and start, what's the new one you said? 70 AD? Christ came back? They don't care what the hell they say. They don't care what they say. It's like, Christ came back in 70 AD. Oh, really? Then you got the young mind. Oh, AI, so Christ came back in 70 AD? It's like, oh, really? Yeah, AI, you don't supposed to ejaculate in your wife. Wow, that's deep. What? Or not, right? Or not deep. Go ahead.
Some of these guys are so, they think that people who are religious or people who follow God are so simple-minded that they believe everything.
Right.
And so they come out with...
They come out with anything.
It's a game to them. They'll just throw it out to watch. Watch how many people jump on this.
Yep.
But they do though.
They do, but that's the point. They do. Mm-hmm. That's the whole thing. That Christians come to the truth with a Christianity mind state. So they figure anybody is empowered to speak. And that's not the case. You see that? The simple believeth every word, but the wise man looketh well to his goings.
All right.
So that's why I said the first thing you should ask them is what?
How long you been in the truth?
How long you been in the truth?
That's all you got to do. How long you been in the truth, sis? How long you been in the truth, bro? I've been in a year. Okay, so you got a lot more to learn. Shut your mouth. That's how you have to. That'll cut that. Let's get back to the point. Read on.
Verse 14.
Read.
I am the good shepherd,
Right.
and know my sheep,
Right.
and am known of mine.
Right.
15. As the Father knoweth me, even so I know the Father,
Right.
and lay down my life for the sheep.
He lays down his life for the sheep. So you have to be unselfish to do that. Go to St. John, 1 John 3 verse 16. We quoted this. Then go to St. John 15 verse 13. 1 John 3 verse 16. Then St. John 15:13. Go ahead.
Hereby perceive we the love of God.
Go ahead.
Because he laid down his life for us.
So did we not get that? Yeah, but did we not understand what it takes? We go through this and read it, but we don't understand. All right, y'all in the truth, do you understand? Because really, brothers and sisters in the truth, you're supposed to understand what it takes, because you know this is hard as hell. You doing the work, it's hard. You know, it's hard to do this, huh? To fight, keep fighting, keep loving, keep giving. It's hard. It was hard for Christ. How did he do it? He didn't think himself was nobody. He thought himself was a servant. That's why he kept doing it. That's why he kept submitting. Because he didn't look at himself and think, oh, you know what? I'm on the right-hand side of the Most High. I created all of you. He said he humbled himself as a servant. That's why the selfishness wasn't there. Go ahead.
And we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren.
Yeah, come on, man. You know damn well that's a fortune cookie saying to you, lay down my life for my brethren. How to? I don't even like you. I don't like you. You don't text me. You don't call me. Well, guess what? Guess what? When you received that flyer, who gave you that? Who gave you a brother or sister that was selfless? They weren't caring about what drama is going to come by me giving or getting a new person into school. They were doing it to say, I'm going to save another soul. But little did you know, okay, you got the flyer. We're going to save each other. You're woke now. But a woke was only the beginning for me to start walking like Christ. Now you're a prisoner. Now you realize the same person that gave me the flyer, damn, I don't like this person. They like these movies, I like this. They eat this food, I eat this. They put their hair this way, I do this. Now you're realizing you have nothing in common. Lay down my life for a person that I have nothing in common with? It's like, nigga, I don't owe you nothing. But yes, you do. Christ said, what does lay down your life mean? Somebody tell me. Does it mean that you line up, you're in the truth? Does this mean that? Because if it meant that, shit, we definitely, and none of us would be here because we all be dead. You know what I mean? Because when the brother told you, yeah, you're laying down your life for the Most High, Khan. Right, or we would have drank the Kool-Aid. But no, the Kool-Aid is what? The suffering. That's the Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid is the trials and tribulation and the persecution. The Kool-Aid is we become at odds, but I know that I'm supposed to forgive you and move on. You know you're supposed to forgive me and move on. That's me laying down my life. Meaning because my life, I would have said, what? Nigga, I don't like you. You do your thing, I'll do my thing. I'm done with you, right? That's what the world is, right? But laying down my life for my brother is doing what the commandment said and moving forward, forgiving, not resenting, and moving on.
That's right.
That's what people don't understand. This Bible ain't, oh, lay down your life. Oh, I read that on the back of the fortune cookie with the numbers. Now I just know, it's so fake and phony to people. That's why when you come in, you really don't know what the hell you're getting into. What?
Now I was thinking about whatever you break it down about laying your life down, behind your life, but that's your emotions, obviously your feelings, your thoughts, your presumptions, your judgments as you think is righteous.
Right.
But you're laying all that down because that's not really of Christ.
The thoughts that are not are not. The thoughts that are not of Christ. And that's what you're separating. But it hurts. You're being crucified. I had somebody tell me, man, I can't be myself because your self is demonic.
Right.
You're like, I can't be myself. I'm not. It's just like every time it's like I'm being judged. You are, but not a man, of the spirit. Before man even open up their mouth, you're judged of the spirit of the Most High. So I can't lay down my life with that. Why? Because this person, they keep telling me what's wrong about me, and being that I don't understand that, it's cleansing me because I'm not humble enough to let it cleanse me. I'm at odds with you now. So now there's a battle. You don't like me. And it's psychological. It's game. It's now the truth is no longer about humbling like Christ. It's about what? I'm not dealing with them. I'm not dealing with them. Why? Because all this drama. Yeah. Who wasn't here when I said it was going to be drama? Raise your hand. Who when I was here? Who walked through these doors and didn't know when you deal with brothers and sisters, it's finna be drama. Because it's created that way. It's created that way. If not, we could all be at home on the computer listening to Kazakia scream. It could be that easy. I don't got to deal with none of those niggas. I'm going to just class. You said I can do alms, right? I'll drop a alm here, $10 here and there, my Greenpeace offering. That's easy. Well, then where's the suffering then? Where's the giving up? Where's the losing? Where's the forgiving? Where's all those things? Where's the not being selfish? This is what the scriptures is telling us, man. Read.
Hereby perceive we the love of God. Because he laid down his life for us.
Right.
And we ought to lay down our lives for our brethren.
Go to St. John 15:13, then St. John 13:4.
St. John chapter 15, verse 13.
St. John 15:13. Read.
Greater love hath no man than this.
Right.
That a man lay down his life for his friend.
He keeps saying that. I'm going to lay down your life for a friend. Friend, I don't even like talking to you. I can't open up to you. But think about it. You have to really think about this. It's funny. It's real. It's funny because it's real, but you got to think about it. Why are they not your friends? Huh? You're thinking about yourself, but really, your concept of a friend you don't understand. Because you gain friends in the world off of the strength, off of the stupidness. You know what I mean? You're like, she knows, she whoop-de-whoop, oh, we all hanging out, we all getting high, boom, it's good. Right? Well, why is that person not a friend? Huh? Thank you. Because they're not doing the things you're doing. Because you're sitting there, you're trying to lay down your life like the Most High said, and the other individual is like, I'm watching y'all niggas. I'm so much judging you. I'm looking at you so much that I ain't doing nothing for Christ. And I'm going to keep looking. What y'all doing? Of course, if you sitting there looking at me all the time, you're going to get a mistake. You're going to get a mistake. But if you're worried about doing the will of the Most High, I'm too busy. You're you're showing, yeah, so for sisters, you're showing garments. Why this other sister's talking about? You over there showing garments, busy, tired, ready to get home and do the next work. Right? A brother doing the work of the Most High, he's busy. I'm not online. Right. Brother hit me up talking about a debate. I'm like, nigga, I got kids, a family, a camp, classes. You see me every day in this class. Counsel, you think I want to sit online with you and debate?
Businesses, right?
But that's the question that they asked earlier. You know, is it wrong to have TV shows and stuff like that? Nah. But if you're busy as hell, you got a real gap in between there. My gap is at 11, after class 11, 12, depending on if we counsel after class, maybe 12. You get home and that gap is there, and it's focused on a series / now I got to put time into, not him, but my rib at that time, right? Now you're putting time into your woman. And you're sitting there and you're communicating because she's giving up and she don't have time because her time is dedicated to the service of the Most High. So the only time you guys got, you're sitting there. So how'd your day go? Con. Oh yeah, what the sister talk about? Really? So what y'all talk about? Oh, okay. Yeah, really? Oh, what do you think about that? How did that affect you? Well, I thought this. So what did you say? Well, what did she say? Well, is there a spirit with that? Do you guys need to? That's my conversation with my ribs. You got that? Y'all gonna have that thing ready tomorrow? You're gonna have the because we need those garments. Y'all got the EO stuff ready? We need some more of those bat bombs. I'm gonna keep you so busy because you're not gonna have any time to think on any idleness. That's what the Most High is doing to all of us. And what? Guess what? I'm so busy pouring my love into everything and everybody. I don't got time for drama. Only time drama comes is when you idle. Then you make the wrong decisions, you move rashly, and you mess up. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
I'm telling you.
God.
I'm telling you. I mean, it's real. But when you're occupied in the Word and you're studying, you're busy. Y'all see that? That's how we show the love. Go to St. John 13:4.
John chapter 13 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
He riseth from supper.
And
laid aside his garments.
He raised from supper and laid aside his garments. Go ahead.
And took a towel and girded himself.
Right.
After that, he poured water into a basin.
Right.
And began to wash the disciples' feet.
Now, did Christ do that just because he wanted to look cool?
Love.
Why did he do that? It's love. Like Mary said, it's love. But how could you do that when you can't get a talk with somebody? And I know, and I say this, with brothers it's easier, with sisters it's harder. Brothers, you're forced to be around each other. In the sense of, you're ordained to be a teacher, step up in the zone. Right? With sisters, that little equation's not there, so you think you got the right to say no, and not remembering that Christ is going to judge you for your works. So we're submerged in this. Like as brothers, you can't escape me seeing me every day. You can't escape me seeing me every day unless you just get up and leave, right? And don't show up, change your number. That's the only way you're going to escape me. And then when you change your number, we're still going to hit you up and be like, bro, what happened? What happened? What happened? You see what I'm saying? Sisters, that bond is not created to that level because sisters think that they're not going to have to be accountable as much as the men. There is a thought there. It's vague. But you feel as though, nah, I really don't have to be over there doing garments. I really don't have to be over there gaining a sister. But that's everything the Most High ordained to men and women. To win the love of your brother or sister, the congregation, to gain somebody, to lay down your life for your brother. It wasn't, he didn't say male or female. Christ came back and said, this is it. This is what needs to be done. So his example was not just for the males. How many of you sisters can bend down? That takes work. It takes back. It takes this back work. Ego work. Right? I don't talk to her. She don't text me. You know what? The one. Excuse me. I get a little excited on this one. The one that says she don't text me. Do you text? See how hypocritical it is? If you're worrying about doing what Christ said, you would be the texter. But you're waiting for the text. And because they're falling short, now you have what?
Excuses.
You have what?
Excuse.
I got my excuse. Edith don't text me. She don't care about me. She don't. I'm playing the role of another sister, right? She don't text me. Well, Edith don't understand to text you yet. So text her. Okay, we'll text her. But eventually, Edith has to understand, damn, this sister is applying Jesus HaMashiach, and she's trying to get to know me. Let me do that same thing. Why? Because the commandment, the command of my husband? No. Because the command of your true spiritual husband. But why is it not done? Because you got a reason to be selfish. You got a reason why I say, I'm not washing your damn feet, nigga. They ugly. Got corns. They're stale. You see? You see how our mind works? All I'm doing is giving the best excuses I can give pertaining to when the scripture's there. We got the scripture and we can come up with excuses all the time why I'm not doing it. Do we not? Why? I do it, you do it, we all do it. Some of us do it more than others. And that's why some of us fall short more than others. Y'all see that? So read out, finish that up, and then get me Romans 12, verse 15. You're going to read down to verse 8.
Verse 5. After that, he poured into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet.
Right.
And to wipe them with the towel wherewith he was girded.
Mm-hmm.
Then cometh he to Simon Peter.
Right.
And Peter said unto him, Lord, dost thou wash my feet?
Right.
Yahushua answered and said unto him, What I do thou knowest not now. But thou shalt know hereafter.
Right. You're not understanding what is going to be needed and how much love you're going to have to pour into brothers and sisters. You're not going to understand it till I leave. Because right now, Peter, everybody's looking to me. But eventually, they're going to look to you, and you have to be the example. And that brother that teaches that brother, and brother, sister, to be the example. Y'all see that? This is what we're supposed to be doing. Go ahead.
Verse 8. Peter saith unto him, Thou shalt never wash my feet.
No. You the Christ. You ain't never washed my feet. Go ahead.
Yahushua answered him, If I wash thee not, thou hast no part with me.
See, now then he got spiritual on him. He was using something carnal, but then he got spiritual on him. That check, Peter's like, okay, wait a minute, wash me. Well, I want to be washed. Well, it takes humility to wash men's feet, to wash women's feet. I mean, is this not the epitome of humbling? Putting yourself of a low estate? Right? Yeah. But why don't we do it then? Pride, ego, and I got a reason or excuse. Well, little did you know you're not following Christ. You're not following Christ if you don't do it. We're not following Christ if we don't commit and submit to our brothers, our sisters, our nation. That's what this is all about. Go ahead. Did you finish that?
Yes, sir.
Romans 12, 15, then give me Romans 14 and 19.
Romans chapter 12, verse 15.
Go ahead.
Rejoice with them that do rejoice.
Read it again.
Rejoice with them that do rejoice.
Nah, you happy over there So, you know what I mean? And y'all do know this is not talking about not the niggas on Facebook smoking weed, getting high in clubs, right? Like, what y'all doing? Oh, damn, I'm glad to be. I want to be there with y'all niggas. No, I don't. I don't want to be there with you. So, if you misconstrued, rejoicing was in righteousness, because the scriptures tell you they're going to be reveling and doing wickedness while we are doing the work of the Most High. So it's not talking about that. Read it again.
Rejoice with them that do rejoice.
It's talking about your brother, your sister, the ones in the word. You don't be the sour person. You know, you got all the sisters rejoicing, and you're the one that just, hey, how you doing, sis? I'm good. I can tell. You're so exciting. What's happening with you? Nothing. You gonna join us? Yep, I'm here. If a brother did that, you drop.
Oh, quick.
You're like, what the hell? You acting like you're red, bro. What the hell's wrong with you?
What the hell's wrong with you?
Like, yeah, you're like, brother, what's wrong with you? You're like, you in a soap opera moment or something? Like, that don't fly with us. See, but sisters don't have this rank and things like that, so they got to be really strategic on how they pull it out of you. They got to be really strategic, so they're coming, well, Shalom, the sister was just acting like she didn't want to be there. Did you talk to her? No, because she went, well, then that's the problem. Did you go over there and condescend? So everybody has to do what now? You have to give in to somebody's bush. That's laying down your ego. Because the higher ones got to come low and be like, okay, I'm not bullshitting and I'm doing it out of a free will, but this individual, I get it all the time. So you try to tell me they don't see it? No, they don't. They are the secluded, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, I never did this before type of individual. Now you have to go over and say, hey, this is like a Rob. Same thing, like a Rob, same thing. Quiet, laid back, conservative. He's not Volante. Volante will be like, hey, come over. Like a Rob is like, listen, what you doing? Nothing. At home. That's it. You have to be, hey, come on, let's get together. Let's go out. You got to do that. But somebody has to bend. He's not ready yet. And I'm just using this example. He might not be ready yet, but he has to be ready. Why? Because if he's an officer, then the other young brother that's what? Secluded, hid, in a shadow. When he comes in, he's got to see, wait a minute. Just like Christ did it for the apostles and the brothers did it for me, now I got to do it for the next brother, the next sister. It's a cycle. Niggas, they're sitting back and saying, I'm not going to do that. And guess what? Niggerism, and popping around. And guess what? Everybody hates each other and all confusion. That's where the confusion comes from. But if you got brothers, sisters following the example of this, then you don't got no time for rendering evil for evil. And it's hard. Not everybody gets that. Not everybody understands that. And even though I'm going over it right now, guess what? Hey, sisters, let's get together. Nah, I'm going to spend time with my husband tonight. Like, right, but this is the time where you're supposed to say, you know what? I don't kick it with sisters, and I'm not trying to get to learn them. Let me come outside of myself. It takes you laying down your life. That way, when that sister's finna kill herself, guess who's there for her? The sister that understands. It might not be everyone. So don't get upset about that. Don't get upset that everyone's calling you. Everyone has not the same faith, but it might be just one. And where was that one at needed? She was taught here. She was learning here. She was the same one to say, you can't say, well, because I heard this before. Oh, nobody cares. Only one sister. Like, where do you think the one sister learned it from? Another sister. Damn. Negative. Israel don't win, huh? It's always an issue. But see, what did you say? It's always a what?
Issue.
It's what? It's always an issue. if you're not fighting for Christ, it always can be an issue.
Correct.
Do you not understand that?
Correct.
I can always come up with some reason why to dislike you, hate you, and be separate from you. It's natural. It's in our blood. It was beat into us.
Curse.
It's a curse. Read where you at.
And weep with them that weep.
Yeah, but we got to learn how to weep with them that weep. But you got to be unselfish to do that. Y'all see that?
Correct.
Did you finish that?
Did you want verse 16?
Wait, Romans, where you at? 14, 19?
14, 19.
You're going to read to 21.
Come.
Oh, wait, you're at 12, 15.
Yeah, I'm at 12, 15.
16? Go ahead.
Verse 16. Be of the same mind one towards another.
Be of what?
The same mind one towards another.
But how can I be of the same mind? The only way is if I'm thinking about this other person. If I'm meditating on them and I love them. Just like you love your counterpart, right?
Correct.
You're thinking about them. Hey, baby, what you doing? Nah, just thinking about you. What's up with you? Just over here, just you on my mind. Right? That's what you do, right? But that's what it got to be with brotherhood. Hey, Shalom, brother, what you doing? I ain't talked to you in a while. Hey, Yashala, his little, Facebook birthday theme. Yashala from San Antonio. And I was like, and I just thought about him when I was driving here, and I was like, you know what? I miss that guy's smile. He's a maniac. I like that guy. Right?
Correct.
It got to be the same way. And yes, we're not perfect. It's not like that with everybody, but you gotta have that love. You gotta gain that love. Even with the brothers and sisters, you might not got that for, but you still gotta have that. Hey, I miss this brother or sister. Because if not, listen, the other way is there. I can care less about you. You know what I mean? I don't care if you died in a car accident the next day. That's how it be. That's how it be, man. You got to watch it. All right. Go from there. Go to Romans 14, 19. Read that.
Let us therefore follow after the things which make for peace.
See, you see that? How can I create more peace? Go ahead. You're going to read to 21. Read.
And the things wherewith one may edify another.
Am I thinking about how this affects that brother or sister? You see that?
God.
Am I thinking about how I can edify this person, build this person, strengthen this person? Oh, if I do this, how would this affect the new person? You're no longer the new person. You see another new person. You know they new, but you still trying to act new without caring about the new person. Yeah, you see that? You see how you got to move? There has to be growth. Go ahead.
For meat destroy not the work of God.
Right.
All things indeed are pure.
Right.
But it is evil for that man who eateth with offense.
See, all things are pure, but when you eat and you partake in this word and you don't care how you affect people, then there's a problem.
God.
You got to love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. But that takes what? Humility. That takes an unselfish spirit. It takes humility, but it takes an unselfish spirit, like you would love yourself. Do you see how far behind a lot of our people are, man? That's why we hate. That's why you would shoot. That's why you would kill. That's why you would kill your own people. Because this spirit's not there. You would slander, you would lie, right? Cheat, steal. Because you don't think, first of all, you're not saying that the Most High is going to get your ass. And then you're not saying that it's going to come back on you. Right? And then you're going to be destroyed. Go ahead.
Verse 21.
Uh-huh.
It is good neither to eat flesh.
Uh-huh.
Nor to drink wine.
Go ahead.
Nor anything whereby thy brother stumbleth.
Right. You see that? How many of you think that? Feel like that? Oh, I'm not going to do this because this might affect my brother. You niggas could care less. Like, I don't care. This is me. This is what I do. That's not what it's supposed to be. How many of you think like that? How many of Israelites think like that? Not a lot, huh? They're not thinking about other brothers and sisters. Read. That's it on that. You finish that?
Lie.
Go ahead.
Or is offended.
Right. So what am I doing? Are they going to be offended by this? Go ahead.
Or made weak.
Or made what?
Weak.
Right. I'm doing something and I'm saying something that's going to weaken this other brother and sister. The Most High, he said if you offend one of his little sheep, it's better for you to tie a stone around your neck and throw yourself in the ocean. Go ahead. Go to Romans 15 and 1. Romans 15 and 1, yeah.
Romans chapter 15, verse 1.
Right.
We then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak.
Yeah. Who thinks like that? Well, none of us. You know why? Oh yeah, the mic. I'm sorry. None of us. None of us bear the infirmities of the weak. Why? Because I'm weak. I'm weak, so I'm thinking about me. I don't got time to care for you. That's the wrong mind you want to be in. Yeah.
Let me get myself right first.
Yeah, I can't get you're never going to get yourself right. You're always working to perfection. So this pinnacle where you think you have to be at, it ain't going to happen but through work. You know how I'm getting myself right? By constantly giving myself to the body. It's making me purge all the things in myself.
Get my mind scorched.
Yeah. My mind, my spirit, it's disciplining me. It's making me have love, compassion, mercy. Right? Why? Because the more I have to give myself to that brother or sister. Because a lot of times you don't. You don't want to give. But what did Christ do? Did he give up? Did he abandon ship? Was he like Jonah? No. Christ dove in and he gave himself because he loved us. All right. Finish that and then go back to 1 Corinthians 8 and you're going to jump to verse 9. Go ahead and you read that.
And not to please ourselves.
And see, because really, right, not to please ourselves. Not to please ourselves. Uh-oh, Mary's going to start. She's going to start dancing. Not to please ourselves. See? What's up? Yeah, not to please ourselves. That's what this truth's about. And that's where we have a lot of problems, man. Brothers and sisters can move forward in the spirit, but start looking at helping your brother. Start asking yourself, what are you doing for your nation? Not what your nation can do for you, but what you can do for your nation. Right? Is that the white man's thing?
Presidential saying.
Yeah. That's what it is, right? All right, go ahead, read 1 Corinthians 8, verse 9.
But take heed, lest by any means this liberty of yours become a stumbling block.
Right. So, a lot of brothers and sisters, they know, well, I'm liberty. I'm free. The Most High made me a free man. But what you're doing, by you online posting your wicked life, do you not seeing how many people are affected by that? By you drinking all the time, do you not see that brother next to you sees you drink all the time? Right? By you being a murmurer or complainer, do you not see that brother or that sister, you're weakening their conscience? Are you worried so much about yourself, you don't care how you affect people around you? So you're that wolf then, I get it. You're the wolf. Because the wolf comes not but to kill, steal, and destroy. Go ahead.
A stumbling block to them that are weak.
Uh-huh.
For if any man see thee, which has knowledge, sit at meat in the idol's temple.
Right.
Shall not conscience of him which is weak be emboldened to eat those things which are offered to idols.
Yeah. So he sees you doing it, and guess what? It's gonna mess up his head.
That's cool.
Like it's cool. So are you worried about that? See, a lot of sisters don't understand how they affect people. They don't watch what they do, and they do stuff on the low, on a creep tip that affects other sisters, that affects your household, that affects brothers, and that's what destroys. That's why I said, are you looking at what you're doing? You looking at how you affect your people, your nation, your brothers, your sisters, your household? Or you just worried about your pride, your ego, your feelings? Right? What verse are you at?
Verse 11.
Uh-huh.
And through thy knowledge shall the weak brother perish.
Yeah, through thy knowledge the weak brother shall what?
Perish.
Shall what?
Perish.
Yeah. You're accountable for that now. You are accountable for that. Or what you did. Go ahead.
For whom Christ died.
Read.
Verse 12. But when ye sin so against the brethren,
read,
and wound their weak conscience,
you what?
Ye sin and wound their weak conscience.
See, you better watch how you wound a brother's weak conscience. You could be telling a brother or sister, you could have been teaching this brother or sister, but because you're complaining to them about what you don't understand and what you can't battle through, you just weakened that person and took them right back in the world. You took them right back in the world. They're like, I don't want none of that. Because you don't understand. And because you don't want to deal with it the correct way. That's going to be on you. The Most High is going to judge you for that. Read down to verse 13.
Ye sin against Christ.
Right. You sin against Christ. A lot of people don't know that. What's the first thing I said when we started? A lot of you think, oh, I'm here, I'm doing this for me. Brother, you're doing this to die for your nation like Christ died for his nation. And a lot of you don't understand that. That's why you go by the truth. You do what you want. You just wilding out. And you don't see that. That's why the scriptures say, the scriptures tells the men, be not a lion in your house. Right? It says, teach not your wife an evil lesson. You know what we counsel with brothers, and every time we tell brothers, we tell them, listen, don't go complain to your rib. If you're complaining to your rib, you're destroying her. Because she's going to come right back and come and say what? Well, you told me. I feel the same way. And loving it. So you don't supposed to. Like, I'm not going to go complain to a new brother. Hey, man, I'm tired of this, man. Tired of it. I'll destroy that man. If I'm tired of it, then he's like, damn, then what's the point? You weaken the weak conscience. You're accountable for that, man. Who you affect. You see that? Now, if you don't know you're doing it, and you're brought to the understanding, then you obviously, because remember this, some of us offend without knowing. So if you've done it and you didn't know, and somebody brought it to your attention, that's when it's the point to say, you know what? I didn't know that. I didn't know I was affecting this person like that. You'll see that? Go ahead.
Verse 13.
Read.
Wherefore, if meat make my brother to offend, I will eat no flesh while the world stands.
Yeah. So what would you do for your brother? Oh, I ain't in the truth for you. Yeah, you are. You are in the truth for him. Because the greatest commandment is to love thy neighbor like thyself. To lay down your life for your brother. So you are. You're not just breezing through the truth for yourself. The kingdom is not going to be Kazakia, Zion, and then Lakarab, or whatever these guys think. Like their camp is going to be the only camp in the kingdom. But we're going to be one nation in the kingdom. And what we apply in our bodies, in our camps, that's what we're going to apply as a nation. Because Christ is coming back to eradicate this, your camp, my camp. That's bull. We're one nation. He's going to eradicate that.
Okay.
And guess what? Are we going to be ready to survive with other camps? When he puts us in the wilderness and say, okay, now I want you to follow the commandments. You got to get, the only ones that's going to get in the middle of this wilderness and apply the laws and commandments are ones that applied it here. The ones that applied the love here. You all of a sudden going to love a brother and sister in the wilderness? Hell no, it's a more irritating time. You're going to be that much more irritated. The only time you're going to love that brother and sister when it was built in them. I'm going to be able to say, hey, we here, baby. Let's go. We here, baby.
We get a little closer.
Right, we closer. But you're going to be able to dap somebody that you didn't never dap. You're going to be like, nigga, I never liked you. You was in this camp. Yeah, you Israel United. You GMS. You GOCC. You this camp, that camp. I don't. Nigga, did you just not see Christ put us all here? He put us all here.
We still got a chance.
Now, why do you think the scriptures say the rebels are going to be cast out? The discrepancies with the law, he's going to deal with. Because obviously, you ain't got that. He's going to take care of that part. But the love, the unity, that's what you were supposed to build now. So no, don't go hating on other camps. You just in another camp, salute them with the same love, give them the same dap. It's all good. You know what I mean? Keep it. If it's confusion, just keep it moving. You see what I'm saying? That's what. You know why? Because it's gonna reveal. Not now, but when the time comes, trust me. When he says we don't know what we shall be, when he comes, we know we shall be like him. A lot of us don't understand what the two greatest commandments are based on. Unselfish niggas. What?
Now I was thinking back when we was in Arizona, and we seen the brothers out there. We was like, what's up?
Yeah,
what's up?
we seen Israel United, daps, hugs, love. It was all good. Arizona, we always get that. It's in other cities.
But then plus they didn't know who we were.
They didn't know who we were. Yeah.
But still.
I'm thinking in my head they knew. So I try to attribute it for something good, but it was love. But that's how. Listen, we meet Jake out in the street and give them love. You don't be like, listen, nigga, you on crack. You the devil that the Bible speaks of. You're like, listen, brother, you on crack. Stop. Let me lead you. So that much more we can give. All the confusion is going to be taken care of by Christ. And right here, it's going to be based off of love. So if you can't love somebody that's amongst you, you're going to have problems in the wilderness. You're going to have problems. 144,000 Israelites, 1/3 of Israel. If you're in that number, and you got demons on you, and you hated, and you never gave none to nobody, you never committed, you never lost, you never were willing to love, you think you're going to survive there? Hell no. You're going to be an American in the middle of an Israelite kingdom, and you're not going to make it. Well, where you at?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 13.
All right. Finish that, and then go to 1 Corinthians 10, verse 24. Go ahead.
I will eat no flesh while the world standeth.
Right, so you see what Paul's point was? You know what his point was? Listen, if this is gonna offend my brother, listen, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? Hey, when you do that, that offends me. Okay, brother, then I'm not gonna do that. You know, sis, when you come at me like that, that offends me. Damn, I didn't know that. I'll back off that way. I'ma still tell you. I'm gonna find another way. Now, you know you have to be told, right, sis? Yes. Okay, but I'll back off like that, right? We learn each other. We adapt. We commit. We submit. It's a relationship. What?
When I was in Albuquerque, Bonavide, because he asked me was I going to eat meat, and I told him no. And he was like, shit, we all not eating meat.
There you go.
That was shit like 15 brothers in there, man?
15 brothers.
Nobody eat no meat.
That's unity.
And
That's love.
Obviously, we definitely, eventually, but still, for like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
no meat.
Yeah. In 2 weeks, you was wanting me to eat meat.
Oh, I eat burgers.
Right. But the love was there.
Cons.
And that's what I was saying about why it got to be continually practiced. I'm not saying the sisters don't do it. Why the sisters do things like, hey, listen, we're all going out. We're going to go out, go eat together. You get the text, hey, sis, let's meet up and let's go have some coffee. That's not the time to say, but right? It's the time to say, you know what? Come, let me do that. Let me do that. That's what builds us. We're so unified. We take time out, we eat, we sleep together. You know what I mean. You're right? We always with each other. So the brotherhood is built. Yeah. Go ahead.
What do you want?
1 Corinthians 10 verse 24. Then you're going to jump to 32 and 33. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 34.
Then you're going to get 1 Corinthians 12 verse 22.
Let no man seek his own.
Let what?
Let no man seek his own.
Man, if y'all listening to these scriptures, these are hitters.
Go ahead.
These are hitters. You can't escape these things when you're making moves for yourself and to benefit you. What are you doing for your nation? You just consuming knowledge? That's what we tell brothers and sisters. A lot of these brothers and sisters know we doing this work over here. You get taught all the time. What are you doing? Pick up some. Get some. If you ain't here with us, how you gonna help out? Send us a damn apocrypha. Send us a apocrypha, man. Not damn. You know what I'm saying is like, what are you doing? You give a prophet a cup of water, you receive a prophet's reward. You're always worried about you. You eating, you fat as hell. You getting the knowledge, but what are you doing? And that's what all of us, when we all say, oh, well, this is what I'm doing, huh? Oh, this is what I'm doing. Then we can all smile at each other. And like Paul said, he said, do you not have houses to eat at home? We can come together not in damnation. And we come together and look at each other and say, you're putting in, you're putting in, you're putting in, you're putting in. Everybody's putting in their break. Not that one be ease and the other burden, but that there be equality. You see that? But with selfish niggas, there ain't no equality. It's all about you do your thing, I do mine. Right? Go ahead.
But every man another's wealth.
But every man another's wealth. You're going to read 24, jump to 32 and 33. Go ahead.
Verse 32. Give none offense, neither do the Jews, nor the Gentiles, nor the church of God.
Right, you got to read loud and you got to read strong. It says, giving no offense. Go ahead.
Neither the Jews, nor the Gentiles.
Neither the Jews or neither to the Jews.
Give none offense, neither to the Jews, nor to the Gentiles.
Read.
Nor to the church of the Most High.
Yeah, are you careful, respectful on how you treat the church, the Jews, the Gentiles? Why? Because your name is known. You see that?
Go ahead.
A name is known. And when you crap on that name, it's hard to get it back. You understand?
Go ahead.
So, let me tell you, they'll try to destroy your name, but if your name is known, it can't be destroyed. Y'all see that? Because they know your works. You see that? So you have to be careful. You have to be careful because your name, they will try to trample your name. Go ahead.
Verse 33.
Go ahead.
Even as I please all men in all things.
But we have to be careful enough to please all men in all things. What does that mean? I'm a men pleaser? What is he saying then?
Not to offend.
Not to offend. You got to be careful. Instead of an enemy, instead of a friend, become not an enemy. You know what I mean? You know what? You're tripping, but I'm not going to be your enemy. You know what? Jesus loves you. Christ loves you. You know what I mean? Keep moving in the spirit. Right? Go ahead.
Not seeking my own profit.
But once again, what is this class about? Read it again.
Not seeking my own profit.
What is this class about?
Not seeking my own profit.
What do we need to learn here today?
Not seeking my own profit.
You need to be asking yourself, are you worried about you only, or are you worried about the nation, the body, your household, your brothers, your sisters, your children? Go ahead.
But the profit of many.
Right, check that out. Verse 33.
That they may be saved.
That they may be saved. That was it? That they, you listening? 1 Corinthians 12:22. Read.
Nay, much more those members of the body,
Right?
which seem to be more feeble,
Right.
are necessary.
See, so we got to look at the feeble things of the body. We got to condemn sin. We have to bear the infirmities of the weak. Go ahead.
Verse 23.
Uh-huh.
And those members of the body, which we think to be less honorable,
Right?
upon these we bestow more abundant honor.
So you got to be careful. You have to be careful to them that don't get it. They don't understand. So you got to find ways to get them to see it, to understand. So you come up with these classes and 50 different ways to say the same thing. That's what you have to do. Yeah, we come up with classes. We said 1,000 times, 1,000 different ways. Same scriptures. The scriptures don't change. It's just the order you put them in, the points you bring out in them. Same thing. Same point Christ wants from you. Go ahead.
And our uncommonly parts have more abundant commonliness.
Go ahead.
For our commonly parts have no need, but God hath tempered the body together.
Right. And remember, you have to remember, we are a body. You might not think that brother or sister is not important, but they are. Everybody in this body is important. Y'all get that? Go from there, go to, and I'm just trying to get through these, 1 Corinthians 13, 4 and 5.
1 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
Charity suffereth long.
Right.
And is kind.
Read.
Charity envieth not.
Read.
Charity vaunteth not itself.
Charity doesn't lift up, or is true love is not worried about itself. Christ showed us true love. Christ showed us true love. Go ahead.
It is not puffed up.
Right.
Doeth not behave itself unseemly.
4 and 5. Does not behave itself unseemly. Go ahead.
Seeketh not her own.
He doeth what?
Seeketh not her own.
True love is not worried about its own. You know, when it comes to your loved one, you know that person you love, you're thinking like, damn, you know what? Maybe I went into her too hard. You know, maybe the woman, maybe I was tripping out on him too much. You know what? Let me call him. Baby, you know what? I appreciate you. Right? Baby, I appreciate you. Right? That's true love. It ain't like, well, F him then. That's some nigga you just met. But true love, you're sitting there and you're like, nah, I know I'm hurting his feelings. I'm hurting her feelings. Right? That's what we supposed to do with brothers and sisters. Hey, you know what? I've done it many times to REI. Like, I've kind of went like ham on REI because he's a stubborn man. And I call him and I be like, you know what? I'm apologizing. Like, that was a little overboard there. I've done it. You know what I mean? Because we got that relationship. You know what I mean? To where his stubbornness is hard to break through. And I'm like, brother, what is your... Then I call him back and like, you know what? I apologize. Yeah, I can't say I've done that to every man. Because not every man I spaz on like that. You know what I mean? But REI, he's a hard man. Right? You got to know them that labor amongst you. Hey, Shalom, what's going on with you? You know what? I didn't mean that. That's not how I meant it. But a lot of us is like, you know what? I don't care. Nigga feelings got hurt. That's on him. You're not considering your brother. All I'm showing you is that the Bible does teach concepts of this nature. It's not some religious Christianity stuff. The Bible is telling us how to be spiritually, how to deal with our brothers, how to deal with our sisters. Now we got to work towards it and stop thinking it's some man-made you want to get me to humble to you thing. No, we have to humble to each other. And until we learn that, we're going to destroy everything we got. We're going to destroy our relationships, our house, our families, our children. James 2:8, real quick. James 2:8.
James chapter 2 and verse 8.
Then get Proverbs 1:19. Go ahead.
James 2 and 8.
Go ahead.
If ye fulfill the royal law according to the scripture.
That's what this is about. If you fulfill the royal law of the scripture, you wouldn't be worried about your damn self. Go ahead.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Ye do well.
There it is. If you worry about that, like all these scriptures, you don't have to know these 20 scriptures that I gave you. All you have to know is one thing. Love your neighbor like yourself. How you want to be treated, treat others. If you want the text, give the damn text. You want the call? Call. Right? You can't always wait for the text and then you ain't texting. You see that? You want the communication? Communicate. You want the love? Show the love. And you'll see the love, it abounds. That's power too. That love will bounce back. Well, damn, I thought the sister didn't like me. I thought the sister, because she left, she didn't like none of us. You know what I mean? And that's why we stopped calling and texting you and hitting you with the camp text. Shalom, sis. You ready to get back on these garments? You ready to get back to work? Because that's what the text is going to be, right? You ready to dig in? What?
It's funny that you say garments, because the whole time you're talking about this, I think about garments being what really made us stronger.
Right.
Because in the beginning we weren't very good.
Yeah.
But it was because we were being selfish with it. We
right.
weren't taking the time to teach each sister how to do it. And as we grew in just garments,
yeah,
we taught each sister to be so that they could learn the skills and do it themselves. And through that, they were encouraged and they wanted to do it more.
Right.
And so we grew as a sisterhood whole just by that one thing.
One event. One event. It's like we were talking about today about, another sister was saying, well, I want to do my husband's garment to make sure the same love is put in his garment, right? But what we were talking about was that's the point of the sisters doing it together. So you can see that the love is being poured in. It's an unselfish spirit. Because now you're doing another brother's garment that ain't got a wife. Or you're doing another husband's, another wife's garment that's not there. She's at work and she can't do it. So it teaches you how to be unselfish. And all these events, everything that is put around us, once again, it puts us in that environment. It puts us in an unselfish spirit to where, because really a lot of times you don't want to do what this person wants to do. But you do it because of love. Right? Just like how many of y'all in your relationships, every time you go to the movies, you want to see an action movie. But your rib might want to see what? She want to see a love movie. Or she want to see a scary movie. And you're scary because you don't want to see a scary movie, right? Right. But she wants to see a scary movie. Now, I don't know what Israelite man won't want to see a scary movie. Because we're warriors here. We will kill you. But I'm taking shots right now. But no, on the real, but eventually you're going to have to see, okay, I got to do what she wants to do too. Why? Because if we do, first of all, it's boring to do everything you want to do all the time. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? I want to do what you want to do because I hate what I want to do because I do what I want to do all the time. So I'm the type of cat that I'm like, what you want to eat? You know what I mean? Now, when you're both like that, that's the problem. But you gotta be thinking about others. You understand? We do it in relationships, but we don't do it in the truth. Proverbs 1:19 and 16. We don't do it enough in the truth. We don't let that mind push us enough in the truth. It is being done because obviously we have a body here of brothers and sisters that been dealing with each other for a while. Not perfect, I've said that many of times. Not peaches and cream, but still battling through the battles with each other. So read that, Proverbs 1:19, and then you're going to jump to verse 16. Go ahead.
So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain.
Read.
Which taketh away the life of the owners thereof.
Right. See, everyone that is greedy and everyone that's worried about themselves, jump to verse 16.
For their feet run to evil.
Yeah, see, those people, why does the Most High teaches you how to be for each other? Because greedy people, they're only worried about themselves. And they will do anything for themselves.
Wow.
A person that's worried about his people, his nation, they're going to watch and make moves for their nation.
Right.
That's why America, they don't give a damn about you. They don't care about the air, the water, they don't care about the kids, everything that America says they care about, they don't give a damn. You know how? Because they would be thinking about the people. There's countries that have free education, free schooling. If you so care about America and Americans, won't you make it to where schooling is free for Americans? Or healthcare is free for Americans? You love your Americans so much, right? No, they're greedy of gain. And that's what we got to watch. We got to stay away from. That spirit of greediness and selfishness, you're not thinking of that, damn, how this is going to affect them. How this is going to affect her. Right? Read on.
And make haste to shed blood.
And guess what? You're quick to bin off on some madness. Why do you think people are quick to argue with... listen, get a supermodel, a dime piece. You like, listen, baby, you gotta be in order. Right? Yeah, brothers will. But let her be like a 5 or a 4. You're like, bitch, I don't care. Get the hell out of here. You're wicked as hell anyway. You like... I had to use the word in that moment, so forgive me. Why? Because you can tell the love is not there. You see that? You can tell the love is not there. Why? Because in your head, she's a 4. You see that? But now, let me say this. I just want to put this out here. If all your ribs are 4, and then you do it with a 4, it's not because of greediness. So let's be real. All right? Because, brother, that's been happening to me. Well, is his ribs all 4s? Okay, then it's even across the board, right? Just want to say, you can't misinterpret greediness for my example or the lack of love. You see that?
Okay.
I'm talking about these cats that in that mind state of really, they'll do it for that 10, but when it comes to that brother or sister that needs that same love, now it's like, nah, I'm ready to leave. I don't have to deal with you. Nah, that's not love. Right? So you got to watch that greedy spirit. Go ahead. Come on.
And make haste to shed blood. Verse 17.
Right.
Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird.
All right, go to Proverbs 15:17. I wanted to go on, but I want to get out a few more. Proverbs 15 and 17, Isaiah 56 and 11.
Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 17.
Go ahead.
Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a stalled ox.
No. 15 and 11.
Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 11. Hell and destruction are before the Lord.
Right.
How much more than the hearts of the children of men?
Stop. Nah, I must have wrote that down wrong. Hold on a second. Nah. All right, scratch that one. Typo. That's a typo right there. Scratch that off your notes. Go to Isaiah 56 and 11. Yeah, I wrote it. I must have wrote that down wrong. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 56 and verse 11.
Go ahead.
Yet they are greedy dogs which never have enough.
Right.
And they are shepherds that cannot understand.
Right. Now, I didn't go over the whole thing because we don't got time. But what are we talking about? Greedy dogs. When we deal with the pastors, the preachers, the people that don't give a damn, they're greedy dogs. We cannot be like that. We have to worry about, am I my brother's keeper? Huh?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Oh, y'all ain't seen New Jack City. Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
That's right. Y'all see New Jack. You ain't too old for that. Listen, you have to understand that we have to be here for each other. Now, if everybody's thinking on that level, when I fall short and I'm not there for Zion, who's going to be there for him? The other brothers. You see that? It shouldn't be everybody ain't there for him. You see that? But in return, Zion has to what?
Be there for somebody else.
He has to understand, wait a minute.
Okay.
You know, sometimes brothers are going through their thing. Right? Because Zion can just come back and say, you know what? See, nobody cares. Let me scratch myself off the truth. You see that? It can't be like that. All right. Read 11 and then 10.
11.
Or did you read 11?
Second precept.
Go ahead.
They all look to their own way.
Right. They all look to their what?
Own way.
Yeah. See, this is what the Most High said a greedy dog is. They look to their own way. They look to their own benefit. And you know by now the truth only benefits you in one way, spiritually. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna get rich or die trying. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna get women. You ain't gonna get a lot of women in here because once they find out what you about, you what? That's done. When they find out how you are, right? What type of person you are, that's done. Right? When you talk about getting order, that's done. What else? You ain't gonna get rich, you ain't gonna get women, what else you ain't gonna get? What did they come in for?
Self-satisfaction.
Yeah, you ain't gonna run around here and be Jesus happy. Cause why? It is better to dwell in the house of the morning. Yeah. You're gonna be in the midst of trials and tribulation. So you have to do this. This has to be love, man. Go ahead.
Everyone for his gain.
Yeah.
From his own quarter.
Right, and that's what we're not supposed to be about. Jump to verse 10.
Verse 10.
Uh-huh.
His watchmen are blind.
Right.
They are all ignorant.
Right.
They are all dumb dogs.
Why? Because they're greedy as hell. It's still the same thing in religions. And we have to eradicate it in here. It's in us too. But we supposed to know better. That this don't supposed to be about us. And if we understand that, then the battling, the fighting, the foolishness, the bitterness, the anger, it will stop. I got a lot more. I can keep going on, but I'm not. All right, so y'all get that, right? All right. Anybody got any questions on that? On the topic, off the topic? Yeah.
Just to clarify though too, you know, with being greedy. Now we understand it's regarding, you know, giving ourselves to the body, but in the sense of trying to build for one's family, right? Just for myself.
Yeah.
We'll say the Hebrew styles or things like that, to where I can make clothes for the Israelites, give shirts for the camp.
You already know that's a go.
I just gotta agree. Yeah, I know.
You already know that's a go. Why? Because that benefits you. Are you still doing the work of the Most High? Okay. See, he that save his life shall lose it. Who that loses life for my sake shall gain it. Like, you got us that don't give a damn about none of the work of the Most High, the truth, the body, the camp, what we're doing. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, of course, you have multiplicity. You're able to function on a whole nother level and do things of that nature. You see that? But you know your priorities. A lot of people don't know their priorities. You see that? So, priority is first what? Seek ye first what?
The kingdom.
What? But how? How do we seek the kingdom of the Most High first? No greater love that the man have than what?
Lay down his life for his brother.
That he laid out his life for his brother. That's how we're seeking the kingdom. That's pleasing to the Most High. Now we can go a whole. If you look up the word ministering, now you can go over and understand what the will of the Most High is, and that's another class, right?
John.
All right, yeah.
You're talking about what the whole class and the end of the point was going to be, and you saying something about scripture. I think I got what you're.
Okay, all right, let's go. What you got?
Matthew chapter 20 and verse 28.
Oh, right. When I first said, when Christ come back, what was he going to judge you off? Right? What was he going to say? Was he going to say, listen, your hair was too short? You know what I mean? Let me look at your fringes. Let me see it, make sure they long enough. Right? What was he going to say? Go ahead.
Well, this one says, even as the Son of Man came not to be ministered unto, but to minister,
right,
and to give his life as a ransom for many.
Right, and when you read up, it tells you, you fed me, you clothed me, you visited me in prison when you did this to the least of my brother. All right. So we got anything online? Okay. All right. Give them a few seconds. See if anybody got anything online. If y'all want to ask any question, we'll finish it up. Remember, Friday's class is from 6 to 9. All right. Friday's class is from 6 to 9. So just letting y'all know that. Yeah, I said Purim. Just once again for the ones that didn't get it, Purim is on March 9th and 10th, and then the Passover is on 4/16. 4/16 is the Passover. So get your garments. If you want to help us out with the Passover, we would appreciate it. We always need help with that. The lamb, the location, the deposit. We need help. All right. So, anybody got any question on there? All right. Let's salute them online. Everybody say shalom. Shalom. All right. Anybody have anything in here? Issues, problems we need to work out? Did I offend you? Speak on it now. Aria, I always offend you. Get over it. No, that's yes, sis.
You did a good class.
Thank you, sis.
That was deep.
That's the Most High. Barakatah, how about Shemel
The
Shai?
Holy Spirit leads you because that is my daily routine.
There you go. There you go.
Amen.
That's gonna be the next class. All right. All right. Yeah, Barakatah, how about Shemel Shai? I wasn't even gonna go over this really. I put this together like at 3:00 when the Spirit hit me with this. I actually had a whole nother class I was working on last night.
I'm for the Revelation.
The Revelation. Yeah, I put that 2 classes behind because I had came up with another class. So we get to the Revelation. So all right.
One more quick.
Yes.